just realized I have fourth quarter on top of the screen instead of soon. That's something that I have to fix right away. Something occurred to me while I was soon. Soon has two O's, not one. Something occurred to me that is quite frightening for the league. And we think we know that the Chiefs are wounded, right? The Kansas City Chiefs. We think that they're a wounded team. We think that they're not as good as they once were. Not a threat to be the dynasty that they once were. I heard people even say the dynasty is not even close to being a thing anymore. Why don't we be careful about that? Because they're still a very good football team, the Kansas City Chiefs. They are still a fantastic football team, as Drake London just scored a touchdown a little while ago to make it 14-7 over the stupid Buffalo Bills. Yes. But the Kansas City Chiefs, we don't know what teams are good in the league this year. We don't know who's the dominant team. When you see the Chiefs play like they played last night, that is something that is frightening to me and should be frightening to all of you. Because that means they're still what they were. And, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for it. Sharky got in here early saying he was here first. Excellent. What is going on, Sharky? Good to see you. I got a prediction to get to here. And the prediction for tonight's game is, oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong prediction. Hold on. Here we go. That's the right prediction. 31-20, Washington over Chicago. That's what I've got. Didn't take me long to come to that conclusion. But Chicago fans should know that the scores have pretty much been reversed this year. When I pick a prediction, when I state a prediction, it's usually flipped. Let's see who Baal is rooting for. Baal is rooting for the Bears. He's been going against me virtually every single time this year. Ashley, what's going on? We know the commies are good. I'm going to keep a close eye on you because you are a Bengals fan, so there shouldn't be too much rooting for the commies. I'll let you root for them a little bit, but they can't get out of hand. Rajaflex is here. What is going on? That is Soldier of Nerdism, is it not? I'm up 8.8 in the league with JCM versus London and Prater. Am I cooked? Wait, so you have them going against you? Yeah, you're cooked if that's the case. If you don't have anybody else going and that's what you're facing, I think you're pretty much cooked, SG. Sorry to tell you, but yeah, it's tough. I lost in all my leagues. Fantasy football is as obnoxious as the National Football League was this year. So, I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? But we've got 2 games this evening. We got one going on as we speak. I'm going to try to keep an eye on that one. But the one I'm going to pay closer attention to is the Chicago Bears game because the story is way more interesting. You've got Jayden Daniels, who was there for the Bears to take in that draft. They could have just taken Jayden Daniels and they didn't. They took Caleb Williams. And now Jayden Daniels looks like he is the real deal. And Caleb Williams, we don't know what he is yet. So this is a very good story. How does London have 17 after one quarter? London's pretty good, SG. London is pretty damn good. And Josh Allen is throwing the ball all over the place. Second quarter just started. 14 points for Drake London and company. So, yeah, this is going to get interesting. Weird is coming up as Rajaflex. Yeah, I don't know why everybody's name's coming up with the little @ symbol. I don't know what it's something YouTube must be doing. I don't know. I didn't change anything over here, but I remembered that. Ashley with a 20 spot says, you can't stop my happy feet. Go commies, go JDS. I'm just going to keep a close eye on it. And just take notes because there might be a point when I decide you might actually be a Commanders fan more so than a Bengals fan. So then we would have to have that discussion at that point. This is just it's just something that I have to do. Thank you so much, Ashley, for that 20 spot. Let me get that up. Let me get your name up on screen quickly before anything gets too crazy. I don't know why actual tags are showing up and not usernames. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. I did not change anything, and it's just coming up as actual tags for some reason. YouTube did switch some stuff because they give you the option to stream simultaneously on shorts and long form, and it all comes up in the same chat now. They didn't let you do that before. You had to download a plugin for that, but now you can just do it right on YouTube. And it might have changed a couple things. That's why I was having some trouble the other day when I got on the screen, when I got on stream and couldn't figure things out because I was trying to use the plugin because that's what I was used to when I used to do that. Oh my God, it is Red X Power. Do we care who wins? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me see. Can I change that? No, I can't change that. I can't change that. I don't understand what they're doing, but it's fine. Anakin Sky Ogre says it's good. He's good. Hold on a second. Ashley is your... Let's see where she is on the contenders list right now. And we're going to talk about that. I've been doing a little thinking about the Jets, if you guys want to hear it. I think patience is in order. That's what I've come to. This was a terrible, terrible, terrible outing by a rookie head coach. And I heard him say, first it almost seemed like he was doubling down on things, which aggravated me. But then today, he said something along the lines of, yeah, if I could do things a little differently before halftime, we would have thrown a Hail Mary. All right, you made a mistake, and for you to come out and admit that you made a mistake and you would have done things differently, okay. Now, that's fine, but you can't keep making the same mistakes. The thing that, Boomer Esiason said this, the thing that's got me concerned is we see Ashley Hare, your number 4 contender, 250-180. There's a Bengals fan for now. We'll see if that changes. The thing that Boomer Esiason said that kind of stuck with me a little bit is Aaron Glenn is a defensive coach. So when it comes to choosing not to bench Justin Fields, he could have benched Justin Fields yesterday and just said, look, you're holding on to the ball too long. You're not getting it done today. Take a seat. We're going to put in Tyrod for now. Doesn't mean you're benched all year. He could have told the press that afterwards because they would have tried to make a big deal about that. So is Justin going to be benched this week? Who's going to be the starter? Could have just said, he was struggling. We sat him down, let him relax a little bit, and brought Tyrod in. That was it. They want to call it a quarterback controversy, fine. But you talk to the guys and tell them, no, this is what it is. And Justin Fields, I mean, 6 games in, you're 0-6 now. You're 0-5. I don't care how much you like the guy. I don't care how nice he is. If he's not performing and you need to make a change in game, you do it. So it seems like because he's a defensive guy, he might not see that. And that's concerning. So hopefully these are things that he learns as we go. Good evening, Sean Cantrell. Hold on a second. Sean Cantrell, as you know, is your Demonverse champion. There he is right there. What is up, Matt West, the keeper of the belts? Justin Spiewak is here. After he took Tucker's helmet off in a tantrum, he lost my respect yesterday. Showed me the same. Oh, are we in? Let's see. Oh, Brian Branch. I went to bed before the game, so I didn't realize Branch punched the dude. Yeah, he punched Juju, and then they showed a clip today of Juju laying him out on an illegal block shortly before that happened, and then stepping over him. But you can't go and just take a swing at somebody. I mean, you have to know better than that. I remember, I don't know if you guys watch UFC, but there's a guy named Paul Daly back in the day. He was fighting a guy named Josh Koscheck, and they were both trash talkers. And there was this whole big lead up to the fight, and they were going back and forth. And Koscheck ended up winning. Daly was mad at the end of the fight. So now they're there. Joe Rogan's in the middle of the octagon. They're about to do their interviews. And Daly took a swing at Koscheck and hit him. Didn't hit, he didn't knock him out or anything. He connected with him. And from that point, Dana White was like, he'll never fight in the UFC again after that. Dana White is no joke. He was just like, nope, we'll never fight in the UFC again. Anybody who does that is out. I don't care. I don't care who you are. Yeah, you can't do that, though. It's crazy. Are we going no aliases now, or is it just me? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, Matt. I don't know what the deal is. This is something YouTube did. Let me see if I can refresh it. And yeah, it's probably just for the stream. I don't know. I can't fix it for some reason. There's no setting to fix it, so I don't know why it's doing that. Don't know why it's doing that, but it's doing it nonetheless. Let's see. Yeah, there is not much I can do about it. Otherwise, I would. It says I can send, wait, let me see, participants, maybe that'll be. No, that's not it. All right, well, I don't know, but we'll see. Matt West says I'm watching 3 other streams and yours is the only one doing it. I don't know. I don't have any setting that is telling me to do that. Don't know what that is. Let me check viewer activity. Hold on. Stream settings. No. I mean, yeah, there is nothing here telling me to change names in the chat or anything like that. I have no idea what that is. Don't know why that's happening. But I definitely apologize for it. Definitely apologize for it. Don't know. What is going on? Let's see. Top chat. Yeah, we got. Don't know what it is. YouTube doxed us. Demons have gotten into the YouTube machine. Glenn defended Fields again today. Woody sell the team. Glenn is toast. Jesse Minter for 2026 head coach. I'm like I said, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient with him. He's going to defend this quarterback. He's not going to throw him under the bus. I just wish he would have known enough to take him out. I wish he would have known to take him out. That's crazy. Melissa Klein is here. What is going on? Samuel Miller's here. They are your contenders as well. Melissa Klein is your number 1, and Samuel Miller is your number 2 contender, as you can see on stream. There we go. My comments are set to top chat and not all messages. Hold on, let me see. Rowdy Eggplant comes in. Hold on a second. Did he just win a title? He's close to it. He's close to it. He has a title. He's your television champion, by the way. With the Hondo says, most devastating move in the Demonverse. That's correct. Most devastating move in Demonverse history. The Rowdy Bomb. The man, the creator of the Rowdy Bomb. You don't want to get hit with that as Josh Allen takes a big sack. Tomorrow is getting rained out, so that means off to work, says Rowdy. Fortunately, I get to spend more company with all of you. Let the shenanigans begin. Go Dodgers, go Rams. Thank you so much, Rowdy. Let me get you all set up here. Let me get you squared away as we do. First and foremost on here. Yeah, I really don't know what that is, guys. I don't know what that is. I didn't hit anything that would cause that to happen that I know of. I set up the stream as I typically set it up. Rowdy Eggplant's belt is right there. His television title. It is pretty annoying though. We will make do with it. And I'm sure it'll correct itself at some point. Maybe not this stream, but some point in the future. Try checking chat filters. Yeah, I mean, I checked everything. Top chat, live chat. Let me see if ChatGPT can help me. Hold on one second. There we go. Set it to live chat. Hold on. I set it to live chat here, and it looks like it's still the same. Let me do this really quick. Yeah, I just refreshed it. It looks like it's still the same. Don't know why. But I'm going to check it out. But let me get ready a plan. Let me see. 1425 as your television champion. Rams fan. He's happy with the Rams. How could you not be? How could you not be? They're not the Jets. All right. All right, let me see. Hold on a second. Let me take a screenshot of this and see if I can get some help with it. Because should be able to. Bijan is off to the races. Oh my God, he's going to get in the end zone. And they're going to open up this game against the Buffalo Bills. Oh my God, what a run by Bijan Robinson. Oh my God. Why do I have their names up like this? Why can't it be the other names without the @ symbol? That's what I'm saying. On the right of the screen, it looks like a 3-line click. Let me see. Okay, the overlay, when people type a message, is what you're seeing, how to fix it. Go to overlay settings. The F are overlay settings. All right, hold on. Let me see if there's a gear symbol here. It says to go to my overlay settings. What the hell is that? Display username, show handle, hideout symbol. Some versions will. Okay. You can use it in CSS tweak. I don't have. All right. Let me see. Hold on. I'm not sure. Not sure. Remy the Enforcer's here. What's going on, Remy? So I've got some messages such as potential spam might not be visible. All messages are visible. I'm going to live chat. Got live chat. Let me check something out here. Oh, I keep seeing this Bruce Springsteen commercial. Live. Details. Settings. Let me see other chat settings. Channel. All right, let me take a screenshot here. Hold on. Let me take a screenshot. So where do I change those settings? Just need to trade the Giants, Wilson for Slayton and Neal in a 4th. Okay. Open the overlay editor, not the live overlay. All right, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, that's not working. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Oh, with settings, is it here? YouTube switched API chat fields to return user handles by default. If you open your overlay link, but that's it's not there. All right, this is useless. I have no idea what you're saying to me. All right, well, I'm sorry about that. I'll see if I can get it fixed at some point in the future, but as of right now, it seems like it's going to be that way. It just say, like it switched it for some reason. I don't know why they switched it. But we can watch the Cowboys Panthers if you want. Replaying that game. Here we go. Will they not give me a multi-view for this? Oh, here we go, multi-view. Yeah, give me a multi-view, please. No, not baseball. Here we go. Multi-view is enabled. I got both games on right now. All right, here we go. Sharky with a tour says a toast to everyone. All hail the Red Queen. They are the most scariest team in the league. I'm telling you. Do not sleep on the stupid Kansas City Chiefs. Sharky, and I did call them stupid because I'm so sick of them. But they're just like, man. I don't know. Chicago football. And they are returning this. They got the ball to about the 30-yard line. The Atlanta Falcons are trouncing the Buffalo Bills. What did Rich break? No, I didn't break anything. I don't know why. I don't know why this is happening. Let me see. Is there anything here? Customization. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. No. That's there is nothing here. DeAndre Swift gets a few yards. There's nothing here that is telling me that automatic chapters, feature places, concepts, language tags. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. Come on, Caleb. Words I thought I'd never mutter. Sharky says I have a seat for you if you want to join the bandwagon. You mean the Chiefs bandwagon? I think not. There is no way. There is no way. Search viewer handles. Let me see. How to change your hand? I can change the handle. Let's see, live stream. Let's see. Yeah, I'm searching for the viewer handles. Effective late June 2025, YouTube began replacing the display of channel names with unique handles in live chat during live streams. The change was made to prevent impersonation and create more a transparent chat environment. So a unique handle is a permanent identifier tied to a single user. How to change your YouTube handle. You can change your YouTube handle. Well, you can change your YouTube handle. So it's saying that YouTube began replacing the display of channel names with ad handles in live chat during live streams. So it's something that it seems like something that they've rolled out and not everybody has been hit with it yet or something. Maybe I just got hit with it. I don't know. Tabs, Rich, I love you, bro. Sorry I haven't been super active. FWIW, we are ranked number 3 in the state. Very nice. Keep up with your content the best I can. No worries, man. No worries. Appreciate it. And congrats on the accolades, the football accolades. Hope those wins keep pouring in for you, dude. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, nobody ever has to apologize for not being able to join streams or anything. I'm not like, I don't sit here and make a list like, oh, wait a minute, this person hasn't been here for a while. But I do remember every single person here. YouTubing. Yeah, I'm telling you, this isn't something I did, guys. Thank you for the fiver taps. Appreciate it, man. Well, it says I didn't do it. I'm telling you, Matt West. I didn't do it. Look, do you want to see? Look, effective late 2025, YouTube began replacing the display of channel names. I mean, there's a video. There's a video about it. Oh, hold on. Come up with answers even faster. There are people have made videos about it. So I'm telling you, look it up. Why YouTube is now using ad handle instead of display names in live chats. It's probably to reduce impersonation since handles are unique and won't have duplicates. So there you go. So this is nothing I did. Anyway, here we go. Did Josh Allen do something stupid? Oh, and the Bears are going to have to punt on 4th and 4 as we're trying. Oh, Josh Allen just threw the ball at the center of the Falcons' wing. Well, you know what? Since we've got 2 games on, I am going to get rid of the scores here. And I'm just going to put them up so that the scores are updated as we go. So let me do that. Chicago kicks the field goal. Okay. So Chicago has kicked the field goal. They are up. And Jayden is on his way out. All right, let me get this up. Window. Wait, hold on. And then we will have the score up for all to see. All right, hold on a second. Okay, jeez, hold on. Rich says he didn't do it. He didn't do it, I promise you. Matt West. All right, so there are the scores right there. I'm going to bring Rowdy's belt down to make this a little more. Baal can take a rest tonight. We're going to make this screen bigger so the world can see, but not big enough to hide my giant head. There we go. All right. Here we go. And Melissa with a 20 spot says, I blame the Jets. They're probably responsible for this, and I think we know that. I blame the Jets too. Why not? We should all blame the Jets. But I'll tell you, as Melissa Klein goes up to 575 as the #1 contender, I think patience is in order. It's 6 games. It's Aaron Glenn's first time as a head coach. I mean, he's making stupid mistakes, but I don't want to call for his job yet. I want to see improvement. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt as Melissa Klein has gotten up to 575. There we see as our #1 contender, Browns fan. I'm going to give him a little grace, even though it was horrible. We'll see what happens. He looks lost, but I mean, look, we've seen coaches struggle early on in their careers, right? I mean, look at Todd Bowles now. The Tampa might be one of the best teams in the league. You know, Todd Bowles may have learned from certain mistakes he made, but I mean, getting a quarterback does help. Getting a quarterback does help. Helps fix a lot of problems. Jimmy England says he blames stupid Mac Jones. Get out of here, Jimmy. What are you talking about? Should remove the handles from the belts. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, the new. I guess if we have any new champions with their handles, I'm gonna have to do that. But whatever the champs want on their belts, that's what we'll do. If a champ wants a different name on the belt, we can do that. Remy the Enforcer with a tour says, "Go Bears, go down with the Commanders." He's got his eyes on that NFC East division. Surprise, surprise. You probably didn't think he would be there, but there he is. Remy the Enforcer. I'll tell you, the Giants, man, they look exciting. They look absolutely exciting. And I kind of wish, there's a part of me that wishes back in the day when I said, all right, it's between the Jets and the Giants, that I would have gone the other way. But I didn't. False start on the Commanders. Commanders got the black uniforms on tonight. Michael Penix Jr. gets the ball to Kyle Pitts Sr. And here we go. Bijan Robinson gets a few yards and a first down for the Commanders. Whatever. Work thing. Go away. Oh, here's Bubba. Hello, chat. If Bill Parcells couldn't get the Jets to a Super Bowl, I think it doesn't matter who coaches the Jets. The contract they signed for Super Bowl III win is ironclad. That Super Bowl III thing, by the way, Bubba, that's not legit. I'm gonna get into that one day. We're gonna get into that. But you know what? We're going to see what happens with Aaron Glenn. I'm just going to be patient. We have to be patient. We have to be patient. Let me just respond to this customer. Hold on one second. I'm going to say something snotty. I don't want it to come across here because they're getting ridiculous with me. And here we go. All right. No idea why my handle changed. Because, Bubba, I did something to everyone. I want your handles to look like this from now on. No, it's YouTube. It's YouTube. I'm telling you, look it up. Go on Google and be like, handle thing. And YouTube is doing this because they want to prevent people from impersonating somebody on live streams, from impersonating one another on live streams. That's what's going on. This is not... No, I mean, we should just contact YouTube and be like, what the hell? What is going on? Ashley with a fiver says, as the Eagles go, apparently, so go the Bills. Yeah. Well, do we even know who is good in the league? That's a fair question. Do we even know who's good? We know the Chiefs are good. That's why I said the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are always going to be scary with Patrick Mahomes. They're going to be scary. He might have his slow starts here and there, or a stretch of games where he's not Superman or whatever. But they right now, after seeing what they did last night, they are a terrifying team. As Ashley is up to 256.79 as your number 4 contender. They are a terrifying team. There's just no way, no two ways about it. I wouldn't want to play them. Well, I mean, not that I have, not that would even be anything that I could do as a Jets fan. Like I would never have to worry about playing them in a big game ever, because you know how that goes. But I would not want to face them in the playoffs if I was a fan of a team that was good. Definitely not want to face them in the playoffs. Because they will be there. They might even win the division. What's going on with the Chargers? They're chargering. I mean, yeah, okay. Awesome. You beat the Miami Dolphins. Good for you. Good for the world. Good for me. Because I love watching the Dolphins lose. Washington driving downfield. Second down. Coming up for Washington, trailing 3-0. What did Remy say? Jets are good at losing. Oh, look at that. You will accept your Phantom Zone. No, but you're speaking the truth. You're speaking the truth, Remy. I can't get mad at you for speaking the truth. They are good at losing. They will find ways to lose that you never thought were possible. Yeah, I'm kind of liking the commies blackout uniforms. I would prefer them if they were... Oh, picked off at the goal line is Jayden Daniels. Wow, intended for Deebo Samuel. So anyway, as I was saying, I would prefer if they were like a dark navy blue with a red cobra on the helmet. Cobra Commanders. But we're not going to get that, ever. Tom Harmon's here, says, I love watching the Dolphins lose too, apparently. Yeah, you get to see a lot of that. You get to see a lot of that. Soldier Nerdism changed his handle. Look at that. Probably cheated, stupid Bears. Yeah, the Bears just intercepted the commies. Sorry. People call me Stanky, says Sam Darnold will be MVP. No, it's going to be Baker Mayfield. Sorry to break it to you. And that's a pick. And the quarterback is toast. Says Sean Cantrell, your Demonverse champion, whose name is right here and right here. He's up to 1581. Thank you so much, Sean. Yeah, that was a bad pick. That was an ugly pick. That's something that, I mean, I thought we'd see that maybe from the other guy. What's his name? Caleb Williams? But not quite. Not quite. We are about 2 days away from some new content coming up. Got some new content coming out for you guys. Halloween episode to get you in the spirit of the season and whatnot. Wednesday night, I'm thinking it'll be done. So keep an eye out for that. I will let you guys know on Discord. I'll let you guys know in everywhere. Is Jayden Daniels human now? I don't know. Maybe. We got to see. We got to say, I mean, it's an interception. We saw Patrick Mahomes a week ago throw an interception at the goal line. It happens. It happens. It was a beautiful pick. It really was. Jimmy England. I really don't like that they did this with the names. Because, like, I have to read the names. Like, I can just glance before and see who you guys were. And I was so used to those names. I mean, they're really going to screw live streamers with this. Well, live streamers like me who try to remember every single person that's ever come in here. It makes it a harder experience recognizing names, but I mean, I can do it. Sean Cantrell says, not the great Caleb Williams. Yeah, he's a Bears fan, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. So Jayden Daniels is on the bench laughing, having a good time. He's not even letting it bother him. That's what I like about this guy. He's brushed it off already because he's like, we're still going to win this game. That's what he thinks. Halloween episode ideas, Giants character as a zombie because Dart, Scatterbo have resurrected The Giants team and fan base. They really have. That is a fun duo. That's a dynamic duo. Back to pass is Caleb. He throws this downfield, and that is broken up. Oh, incomplete. Caleb got the ball where he needed to get it. Let's see. Got a number at YouTube we can complain to. 1-800-YouTube. Should be the number. I mean, that would make sense. Yes, exactly. I would like to see a content owner make these decisions, not corporate. That's true. DJ Moore gets a first down, and Chicago is moving the football. Chicago is moving the football. Is Tua playing again tonight? I just heard laughing on the sideline after throwing a pick. Tua's out there complaining about guys showing up late to meetings and everything, and then a former Dolphin came out and said when he was a rookie, he was late to like our first meeting. I think he was showing up late to meetings. Oh, boy. Soldier changed his handle because he cares, yes. I don't like the last names on the back of the Commanders jerseys with the line above the top and the bottom. The line on the top and the bottom, I don't like that. There was a Travis Kelce completion yesterday. So now today we're seeing all of the missed flags that the Chiefs should have had on them. And there was a Travis Kelce completion that should have been an incomplete pass, hit the ground. They didn't call that. Caleb Williams is on fire right now. He gets that ball to DJ Moore. Yeah, well, what I'm gonna do before our next stream is I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can control this handle thing. But from what I'm seeing so far, I don't think we can. Celtic Scarecrow says Mariners win. We now need the ALCS to zip. Josh Allen doesn't know what the hell's going on. Caleb Williams gets the ball. He knows what's going on. That's a 2-yard loss, though. Pass to Cole Kmet. We got 4 minutes left in the first quarter there. Colston Loveland is out. I'm going to handle the handle thing. The handler. Oh, Colston Loveland is in the game. I'm sorry. I thought they just said Colston Loveland is out. Yeah, I think Baker Mayfield's going to be MVP. He should be MVP. It's funny. Last night, Chris Collinsworth said when Patrick Mahomes broke a few tackles, as there's a first down, but there's a flag. That was to Loveland. Is this going to be on Chicago? So Chris Collinsworth saw Patrick Mahomes break some tackles. Pass interference on the Bears. That's coming back. On Loveland. So he saw Patrick Mahomes break some tackles and was like, when do you see a quarterback do something like that? And earlier in the day, Baker Mayfield did a better version of it. Like a much better version of it. Grassi still has handles. Talk to YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Matt West. I am from Jersey. I should know a guy. That's true. I'm assuming it's a thing that they're rolling out because it said this was in June. They said in June that they were going to start doing this. And typically when they do something like that, they roll it out slowly. It affects some channels and then it gradually happens to everybody's channel. So I don't know. But I mean, I just started the stream. I didn't do anything. The handling sounds like an early 70s horror movie. It does. DJ Moore is down to the 30. And Jake Moody is coming back out. How does YouTube TV not have the multi-view feature on PC? They don't have it on PC. Matt West says, I'm here for this handling movie. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Might have to check that out. The handling. Got to come up with some dialogue for that. I would ask Ashley to write us some preview dialogue for the handling, so I can deliver it in my preview guy voice. But she's got her hands full. She's got the Commanders on, who might be her favorite team from here this moment forward. We got to see. Sounds like a Batman villain. Sounds like Batman, actually. I had to spend like 10 minutes explaining to my wife how a team can have negative passing yards. You could have done it really quickly. Just say they're the Jets and Justin Fields is their quarterback. That should be all she needs to know. If she needs more of an explanation than that, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. Don't know how to do it. Oh, the Falcons creaming the Bills. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I love the way Matt West came in and he's like, well, Tom Grassi's channel has handles. Just like, trying to rub it in my face. I'm sorry, Matt. I don't know what to do. I tried. It's been a very harrowing football weekend for me. And you too, I guess. We're both struck with this. I had 0 passing yards sitting on the couch. Why did I pick this team? Yeah, we all had more passing yardage than Justin Fields. And Aaron Glenn is like, yeah, I mean, guys have bad games. Okay, there's bad games, and there's negative 10 passing yards in the NFL as an NFL quarterback. Colt Pacer says, let's go Falcons, rise up. You thought you could handle the handling this October. The handler's got your number. And he's going to use them. And then you got all that like whoosh, whoosh, all that stuff happening. The handler. October 15th. Is today the 15th? Oh, the handler's coming out in 2 days. I'm a Commies fan tonight, but if the Bengals ever play the Commies in the Super Bowl, then I'm rooting for the Bengals. Like I said, this remains to be seen, Ashley. I'm just going to nod along, but we'll see. Ever log into a site and your name suddenly changed? Mystery for millions of users. Will they ever find out why? Find out the truth in this epic horror movie. The handling. Do they say that in their previews? They actually say, hey, this is a horror movie. It'll be like, you thought you knew fear. Fear has a new address. YouTube handling address. The handler. Worst passing yards in 70 years. I was like, okay. Andy Ruggles, okay. Yeah, Andy, the whole name thing, I don't know. You can write the handling with an AI prompt in an hour. Yeah, true. You can do it in less than that. You can do it in like 2 minutes. The Falcons are up 21-7 with 21 seconds left in the first half. Ever since the Bills wished the Canadian baseball team luck in the playoffs, they've been playing like crap. Good. Good. Yeah, Sean Cantrell says, wait, is there something going on with the handles? Yeah, so I looked it up, and it says YouTube. I'm going to read it to you right here. Why is YouTube showing handles instead of channel names in live chat? YouTube is now using your ad handle instead of display name in live chats. This is probably to reduce impersonation since handles are unique and won't have duplicates. Let me see. Can I switch handles to usernames in my YouTube live chat? Just got to know the right questions to ask sometimes. Let's see. No, you cannot switch back to seeing usernames in live chats. The change to displaying unique ad handles is being rolled out to all channels and is not optional for viewers. YouTube is implementing this change to improve user identification and privacy, as handles are unique and usernames can be duplicated. You can, however, change your own handle by going to YouTube Studio. So, it says handles are now standard. YouTube is moving towards, so they're rolling it out. So it's going to be on everybody's channel, even the great Tom Grassi's channel, Matt West, at some point. Did the Commanders fumble? No. They fumbled, but they recovered. Impersonators, maybe Father Dismas is not who we thought he was. You know, I've suspected that for quite some time. Is he even here? There's only one Father Dismas. She thought she was ordering a package from a normal parcel delivery service, but not this one. The handling. Speaking of parcel deliveries, that's going to be in the new episode. YouTube is handling the most handling that has ever been handled in the history of handles. Yes, Bubba. So yeah, I mean, you can change your handles to whatever you want it to be. If you want to change it back to what your usernames were, whatever, that's entirely up to you guys. But I will spot you. Crazy, crazy stuff. YouTube throwing us for a loop. It's good. So they sat around and had a meeting and were like, you know what we need to do? These handles are getting out of control. Or, I mean, not the handles, the usernames. Oh, so the Bears did get the ball back. They're up 6-0. And the Falcons have the ball. Did Josh Allen throw a pick? I believe Josh Allen did something Blue Santa-ish. Blue Santa arrives, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Josh Allen did a Blue Santa thing. Threw an interception. Dude is here. What is up? Pick, pick, pick. LJ is here. LJ, I'm not sure who you formerly were in this chat. DeAndre Swift is down at the 6-yard line. Josh Allen never disappoints, says Andy Rogels. I give it like 2 months before enough people complain and they'll get the streamer the option to pick what they want. Yeah, I would assume they... Because why wouldn't the streamer get the option to do that? That's so silly. Bills are falling apart again. Yes. All right, Blue Santa. Yeah, we've got a commercial at the end of the first quarter in the Washington game. And the Falcons are looking to put up more points going into the half. There are 10 seconds left. They are in Buffalo territory. That's another thing, Matt West. Aaron Glenn apparently didn't know how long the field goal was going to be. This is, again, having a defensive coach. He thought it was going to be a 68-yarder when it was going to be a 61. And he thought it was going to be a 68-yard attempt. When it would have been 61. And Folk Hero's career long was 58. So it's not like asking him to kick a 61-yard field goal was a ridiculous ask. But he thought it was 68, which is why they went for 4th and 8 with a quarterback who had negative passing yards. It just did not make sense whatsoever. So I'm going to hope that he can figure this out. Because if he can't, that's a problem. That's a problem. Why did Branch attack Patrick Mahomes? He didn't attack Mahomes. Mahomes went to shake his hand and he walked past him and he attacked Juju because shortly before that, Juju hit him with an illegal block that didn't get called and planted him and then stepped over him. And he took that as disrespectful. And Brian Brandt said that he was getting bullied all game. So he got mad at the end of the game and went after him. Because it happened like right before that. Right before the end of the game. Juju just planted him. Melissa Klein comes in with a 28 spot, says, is that red logo on their helmet, they can no longer go fast. It's that red logo on the helmet, they can no longer go fast. You're talking about the Bills? Yeah. They don't have the they don't have the blue bill, right? No, the bill. I call it a bill. It's a buffalo. They should be the Drake London again. Oh my God. Did he get in the end zone? Yes. The Falcons score a touchdown from midfield with 10 seconds left, and they go up 27-7. This is the best game I think I've ever seen in my life. Look at stupid Josh Allen and the stupid look on his face. What an idiot. Oh, God, I hate him. 6:03 Ashley is up to, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for 6:03. Broke the 600 mark as your number one contender. Bears fan. Oh, Drake London's foot was out of bounds, maybe? I think his foot was out of bounds before he got in the end zone. Yeah, they called that back. Oh, that would have been awesome, though. Ruling on the field is a touchdown, but they're looking at it. And there is Melissa Klein, 6:03, right at the top there. As your number one contender. Josh Allen's making stupid faces. I mean, would you expect anything less? Second and goal for the Bears. They are... Caleb rolls out. He tucks it. He's going to run and gets in the end zone. Chicago scores. Chicago takes a big lead. And that is not going to be a Drake London touchdown. It'll be 21-7 because his foot did go out of bounds. Caleb's foot, however, did not go out of bounds. And your champ, Bears fan extraordinaire, Sean Cantrell, comes in with a 10 spot and says, Bears, tutty. Oh, he's got to be feeling good. I mean, Caleb Williams looks like he is starting to figure it out a bit. So that's a good thing for you. I mean, imagine if you kept Justin Fields. It's got to feel good to not have Justin Fields, right? Oh, God, I hate him. I never thought I would hate Justin Fields this early in his Jets career, but here we are. Stop holding on to the football for so long. I mean, but I am going to give this. First of all, Darren Muji, I think, can be a very good GM. So, he needs some time to put his stamp on this team. Aaron Glenn needs to correct these errors. I'm going to give him time to do that. First-time head coach, made some very bad mistakes. Maybe he's aware of them. He did say, Matt West, that he wished if he could change things, he would have thrown, before the half, he would have thrown a Hail Mary. So, okay, he acknowledged that he did something stupid. So... Glenn said no thanks to Rodgers. Yeah, I mean, did we want Aaron Rodgers back though? I mean, I think he wore his welcome out in the building. I know fans kind of had it with the Aaron Rodgers experience at that point. I don't remember anybody complaining about that when it happened. We can't complain about it now. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be a Monday morning quarterback and say we should have kept Rodgers, because I was fine with it when he didn't do it. I actually kind of liked that Rodgers, after Rodgers not giving him a direct answer, that Glenn was like, then we're going to go in a different direction. Like, he gave him an opportunity, said, do you want to play football? And Aaron Rodgers didn't give him a direct answer, said, I'm interested. And he was like, yeah, we're going to go in a different direction. So, I didn't have an issue with that. Glenn's not going to see the end of the season. Future telling device says he's fired in week 15. We'll see if he keeps doing things like that. Like if he just keeps looking bad week after week, makes weird decisions, and we're just kind of like scratching our heads at the end. He probably won't make it to the end of the season. Or maybe he will. But then, you know, we have to see. I'll tell you what, if the Browns get rid of Kevin Stefanski, I would take him with open arms. I would say get rid of Glenn and get Kevin Stefanski in here right now. I know Melissa Klein's not a big fan of Kevin Stefanski, but it's so hard to win without a quarterback. I'm going to show him some grace. I think Kevin Stefanski is a damn good coach, and I would absolutely love to have him. Would absolutely love Kevin Stefanski here. So I will pound the drum for Aaron Glenn to get fired if we see Stefanski's going to be available. But I don't know that they're going to get rid of him. I think they know what they have. I think they know what they have. So who would you want as a realistic available coach, Matt? Who would you want? Who would you want? Give Glenn 2 seasons, says Soldier. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't want Matt Nagy, no. Callahan. That doesn't excite me. I'm fine with giving him 2 seasons. Look, I think we just have to be patient. Honestly. Because, you know, unless you're bringing in a guy who's established, you don't know what you're getting again. I mean, there is a chance it could be worse, realistically. And with the Jets, it might be. Belichick is available. I mean, he's not going to want to come here, but I've heard Gruden. You see, I wouldn't mind Gruden, but you know what? I would be down with that. If Gruden's available and Glenn looks like this, I would say, you know what? Let's get Gruden in here if he's there. But I would go Stefanski. Thoughts on Callahan getting fired from the Titans? I mean, he looks absolutely lost. So, you know, that is not something. It was just something that felt inevitable. I mean, they look like a mess under him. So, you know, that doesn't shock me. Before this happened with the Jets, I was saying they were the worst coach team in football. So, no one is as bad as Glenn was in week 6. Right. No one was as bad as Glenn was in week 6. That was really bad. But again, look, we've all been there, right? You get hired somewhere, you're new. You don't really know the job too well. You probably do stupid things, but after a while, you start to get it. You start to correct your mistakes. I'm going to give him that grace right now because we have no other choice. I don't, just because that week was terrible, I don't want to just be like, oh, fire him. But if we go into next week, the week after, and we're seeing the same thing over and over again, it's going to be hard to not want to call for his job and say, you know what, just get any other warm body in here because I don't know how it can be worse. And then at that point, I think you do have to look for somebody who's got head coaching experience at that point. But, then we get into this conversation. We're looking at the Arthur Smiths of the world, right? Like, are we, like, would we get, if it was like somebody like Gruden, if it was somebody like Stefanski, I would be like, yeah, that makes sense. But if we're going to go with like an Arthur Smith, a Matt Nagy, like, come on. I didn't think Jason Garrett was a bad coach. He wanted to be like somebody I'd be excited about, but I'll be like, okay, you know, Northwest says I'm basically out on Glenn. He has to earn my respect through the field results this season. Yeah, no, Matt, that is absolutely fair. It's absolutely fair. You have every right to be. Everybody has every right to be. When he puts in a performance like that, um, it's he does. He has to show us that he can actually coach. But that's not going to happen again. He needs to prove that to us now. He needs to regain the people that he lost. I'm just saying, from my perspective, I'm still going to hold out hope that he can be a good coach. And I'm going to look at that and say, okay, he did something really stupid. I hated it. It's going down in Jets lore along with all the other nonsense that we've talked about. But, you know, maybe he can turn it around. Maybe he can turn it around. And, I mean, you know, the one thing about Aaron Glenn, and this is just from things he says, like, I don't know the guy, I haven't been around him, but the guy wants to be a head coach so badly. Apparently, he was sitting home and just like itching to be a head coach and call Parcells. And Parcells said, you have to learn to scout, you have to learn to do all these things. And, typically when somebody has that type of drive, they're going to keep working hard to figure it out. So that's what I'm hanging my hat on. That he really wants it that bad, that he's going to take a long, hard look at himself and not say, I'm the smartest guy in the room, and say, you know what, I have things to work on. I need to fix this because this isn't working. If he can do that, okay. I hope he can do that. Jayden Daniels back to pass. He loses the football, picks it up, gets back down to the original line of scrimmage. The Commanders do not look good tonight. Is Glenn taking the year one Dan Campbell Lions route? But you know what? They didn't. The Lions looked like a team that had fight in them. They didn't. They were losing games, but you didn't look at the Lions saying this team is an absolute joke. You're looking at the Jets saying they're an absolute joke. That's the difference. So, we can compare. Oh, there's a pass to the end zone by Jayden Daniels. Who caught that? He just lofted that up. Chris Moore on a 22-yard touchdown reception, and the Commanders are on the board 13-6. 13-7. Yeah, so comparing the Dan Campbell start to the Aaron Glenn start, that's a tough call because it didn't look like this with Dan Campbell. But look, Lions, it took them a little while to build the team they wanted to, and their GM is a smart guy, and took him a second to construct what he wanted to construct. And I think Muji can do the same thing. I like the moves that he made. I like that they brought in Jason Brownlee. I mean, to get a talent like that for what you got him for when the Patriots also wanted him, I'm like, all right, this guy knows what he wants to do with the roster. So I love that. I love that. And I think he is a good talent evaluator. So I think as far as the GM goes, we might have an actual GM that's going to make moves that we can. I mean, because look at the draft. The draft wasn't bad. I mean, as far as free agency goes, there wasn't a lot to choose from. I mean, they can only do so much in free agency, but this team, this roster is still largely Joe Douglas's roster. But the moves Muji has made, I like, and especially in season. That Brownlee move was remarkable. I mean, you saw Titans fans on Twitter saying, "How that? What? Like, we gave him up for what?" I mean, come on. My God. I didn't do anything like that. And nor did I mean for it to come off that way. Customers. Seriously. So, yeah, there we go. All I was trying to do was give you some insight. Um, all right. How do you know they will not draft a lineman with the #1 overall pick and stick with Fields? I'm not convinced that is impossible. I think that would be impossible. If they have the #1 overall pick, they're not drafting a lineman and sticking with Fields. Unless Justin Fields has a remarkable, if things just change for Justin Fields. But I really, I don't see that happening. I don't see them doing something like that. I mean, look, we have to see what they do. That's it. We have to see what they do. I mean, there is no sure thing. Who are we going to bring in that we're assured is going to make the right move? You know what I mean? Yeah, I wish, Bubba. This person is, they asked me where something was, and I told them they just got hit with a false delivery notification that it happens, you know, but they should receive it in a few days to reach out to me if they don't. And apparently that made them feel like an idiot. It's just like, that's not what I was trying to do. You asked me what happened, I gave you an explanation. But now I made them feel like an idiot somehow. I don't know. People are crazy. The Jets have the #1 pick. The smart move is to trade back. I mean, you know, they need a quarterback. I think you have to take the shot with the quarterback if you have the #1 pick. For a team that has been thirsty for a quarterback since Namath, to pass on a quarterback with the first overall pick and have that guy go on to be a superstar somewhere else would be horrific. So I don't think they could do that. They're not in a position to do that. Unless a team loves whoever it's going to be at #1 so much that they're willing to just give us something that we cannot turn down, and we're only moving back 2 spots, and there's another quarterback they like, because there should be a few coming out in this draft. You know, I would say, okay, maybe I'd be okay with that, but yeah, it's insane. That would be insane to just trade down deep for, you know, a standard package to give up that #1 pick. Like, when you're a team that's never had a franchise quarterback. Talking Jets is already evaluating the draft. Let's talk Jets. He's had it. He's just like, this is a waste of my time. Yeah, customer service is the best. It's the absolute best. I mean, how do you make somebody happy? I'm just like, that's not what I did. You know, I'm not going to sit here and beg anybody to not be mad at me. You asked me a question, I answered it. If you don't like the answer, okay. I'm sorry you don't like the answer. What else can I say? I'm nice and cordial to everyone. If you have some deep personal scars, that's not. There's nothing I can do about that. Sorry about that. Bills and Falcons are back on. Yep. Jets are unwatchable by the Devil standards. Well, I mean, you don't know the Devil standards fully. You think you know them, but he's not going to tell you what they are. Caleb Williams is looking better than Justin Fields. That's a 1 yard gain. Have you tried turning your team on and off again? I wish. Unplug them. Wait 30 seconds and plug them back in. See if that changes anything. I see. I will say these handles all being the same color is just terrible. Yeah, they're going to have to at some point give the streamer the option of changing this because this is ridiculous. But Swift did drop that. He did drop that. Satan is watching the Jets seeing all his evil plans come to fruition. A potato can generate more offense than Justin Fields. Perhaps. Mr. Potato Head. He can definitely do it. Ben Johnson has the Bears dialed in. Yep. He does. It's nice to see a competent coach, right? I don't know what that's like. Oh, boy. We'll see. Tom Hartman, how long do you think McDaniels is going to last? You think he's going to be gone soon, or you think they're going to stick it out the whole season? And I think we've talked about this. Potato would end with 0 passing yards, so he would have a better passing day. Yes. Potato probably wouldn't hold on to the ball for too long either. Way less than Justin Fields. I mean, like if you look at the tape, he had guys open, and he was just holding the ball. So he's not getting any better in that regard. But, you know, Glenn, if this is going to be a situation where Glenn, if you're going to stick with him the entire season. Buffalo gets in the end zone. Was that Ray Davis? Ray Davis is good. He is damn good. 16-yard touchdown reception by Ray Davis. 21-13. The Falcons going to blow a 21-7 lead? That's not like them, is it? If I were the owner, he would have been gone after Carolina. Yeah, he's a dead man walking. Potato wouldn't hold on to the ball for 9 seconds. Absolutely not. Let's see. Sharky with the tour says, I got it. Your next head coach should be Chuck Norris. That I would not mind because Chuck Norris would master football in like 30 seconds. He would master play calling, whatever it is, clock management. That would be nothing to him. I would take that. At this point, why not, though, honestly? Seeing what Aaron Glenn did, I genuinely feel there are people on the street that would have handled that situation better with knowledge of coaching. Like you could take probably a high school coach, put him on the sideline, he probably would have managed that game better. He's got to fix it. He's got to fix it. He's getting an opportunity to fix it. If he can't fix it, then, you know, that's a different discussion. But I'm going to call it for what it is. It was terrible. It was absolutely gross all around. One of the worst things I've ever seen happen with this team. And I thought we've seen it all, but apparently there are new levels that we haven't seen yet. We are unlocking new levels of suckiness. We thought. Who would have thought that would happen? Chuck Norris would just tell the NFL the score and stats of the game. So the Falcons not getting the touchdown at the end of the half could come back to bite them. Could come back to bite them. Tom says, I need Tua gone ASAP too. That dude loves hearing himself talk after losing. Yeah, I would not not want him as my quarterback. He doesn't hold on to the football, though. Flowing Air Production says, save me, I'm a Jets fan. So am I. Save me. Let's save each other. Matt West is a Jets fan. We got another Jets fan here. Yes. Let me ask you a question. Do you want Aaron Glenn fired, or are you willing to let him try to fix what he did? Because what he did was ridiculous. But I'm not going to try to sway you in any way. If you just joined the stream, you don't know how I feel about this, so I'm not going to tell you yet. But do you want him fired? Or do you want to let him, do you want to give him some time and see if he can redeem himself? Let me know. Matt Beckel, Lord Horror, has arrived. The organs are playing as he marches in. I hope you're well tonight. I'm as okay as I can be, Matt. I've been watching 2 football games. I hate double streams on Monday Night Football, but, you know, I like focusing on one game. Next week, we got Bucks, Lions at 7. I have to do that one. Then Texans, Seahawks at 10 p.m. I'm not doing that game. I mean, we'll get the beginning of it. Texans, Seahawks. Bucks, Lions, though. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Chuck Norris did coach a game during Texas Ranger. I think the opposing coach ended up getting blown up. What? Well... That's interesting. Let's see. I just want Wilkes gone, honestly. I hated the hire. Yeah, Wilkes, Wilkes was a one-and-done coach. Baker Mayfield blames him for kicking him out of Carolina. But yeah, I don't want Wilkes there. I don't want Wilkes there. But I am willing to give Glenn a little grace, give him a little time since he's a first-time head coach. He's got to fix it, though. Like, we can't, if we're at week 13 and, he still thinks what would have been a 62-yard field goal, if he's still at the press conference calling it a 68-yard field goal when it's not, and the whole world knows it's not except him, that's going to be a problem. At that point, it's like, okay, you're not getting better, and you think that you're not the problem, when right now you're the problem. You and Justin Fields collectively are the problem. You're walking around like Luke Skywalker and Yoda on Dagobah. You got Justin Fields in your backpack, and you're both just doing stupid things. Well, you would be in the backpack, I guess. You, Aaron Glenn, I'm talking to. If you're watching this, you would be in the backpack because you would be the Yoda in that situation, steering him the wrong way. Greener Grass says, am I in the Jets fan recovery room? I was looking for Alcoholics Anonymous. This is worse. Oh, being a Jets fan in recovery. We're not even in recovery. We're just in pain. This is what football does. Football is evil. What quarterback is actually viable in the draft? I'm not a college guy. Right now, I don't know. I don't pay attention to college until draft season comes up, honestly. Then I start looking at stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. There's I've been hearing this is a good quarterback draft. So I remember seeing the guy from Penn State, Drew Allard, making a sick throw last season. And I was like, oh, I want that. And then this season he looked terrible, and now he's out for the year. So I don't want that anymore. Please keep him far away from everybody. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't even want to get my hopes up yet for a guy, because the last time I did that was the Trevor Lawrence thing. I was like, we're not winning a game. We're definitely getting Trevor Lawrence. Had my, and Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked great, but I would definitely prefer Trevor Lawrence to what we have, or what we had in Zach Wilson. But I had my heart set on Trevor Lawrence, and when that was taken from us, it hurt. It hurt. I don't want to do that again. I'm going to wait until the season ends, see where we are, and then start looking at quarterbacks and everything else. because things are going to change too by the end of the season. Guys rise up draft boards. Even, you know, when we're in March, all of a sudden, like, you have a guy rise up draft board suddenly. So Jets recovery is in room 10. You have to bring your own donuts and coffee. So yeah, I don't know, but I did hear something interesting today. Jermaine Johnson, they're talking about teams might be interested in Jermaine Johnson. I don't know that I don't want to trade him. I don't want to trade him. I don't want to trade Quinnen. I don't want to trade like our young talent. The only one I'd be open to trading is Breece Hall or like Michael Carter or like guys like that, but not Quinnen, not Jermaine Johnson. That's too valuable in my eyes. No, none of the offensive linemen. But Breece, I can come to terms with parting with Breece for the right price. If it's like a third rounder or second rounder, that's fair value. But anything less than that, I would have a hard time. So where are we here? Josh Allen's on the sideline. There's a hold in the Buffalo Falcons game. Maybe Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. He's not as good as he seemed at first, but he's still really good. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I got to look at these guys. There's an injury in the Commanders-Bears game right now. Matt says JJ, Breece, and Sauce all getting traded. No. You know what, Sauce? I think I can make my peace with parting with Sauce right now, but. If traded, need at least 2 firsts for Jermaine. Yeah, like the price tag would have to be ridiculously high. But the thing is, like, who are you trading? You're going to be trading him to a team that's looking to make a run, most likely. So you're talking about a late first, perhaps 2 late firsts, and then you still have to replace him because, you know, he has been hurt though. That's another thing. Is, you know, he's not exactly healthy all the time, which is kind of annoying. So, but we you know, I don't think we have that many needs. We need a receiver. I'm so mad that we missed out on JSN, but we need a receiver. You know, secondary, pass rush. Like those are our most glaring needs, apart from quarterback, obviously. Going for a 7th round trade swap and drafting an edge. That's how it gets worse. Matt's listen, Flowing Air Productions, Matt West here is going through it. So if you have any words of encouragement for him, please, by all means. Them not utilizing the screen game is so stupid also. Yeah, I totally agree. But like, if he doesn't want to, if Justin Fields isn't going to pass the ball, I mean, Sharky says, Rich, which horror movie villain would you want as a head coach? Ooh, horror movie villain. That's interesting. Connell Cochran. If we had Connell Cochran as head coach, are you kidding me? That's Connell Cochran. Easiest thing. Give him as much money. He would, first of all, he would not only be coach, he would own the organization. He would be the owner, GM, and head coach. That's it. He would eventually take over as owner, and then he would have to hire a head coach. So if Connell Cochran was going to hire a head coach, who would it be? That's the question. That's the real question. Because if I brought in Connell Cochran, he takes over the organization, which would be remarkable. Oh my God, imagine that. The opposing team should not leave their helmets lying around unsupervised. Because bad things could happen if Connell Cochran is the owner of the New York Jets. You come into our house and you leave your helmets unsupervised. You might get that little Silver Shamrock thing on the inside. All of a sudden, a special song starts playing on the Jumbotron. Insects start crawling out of your eyes. We win automatically. Sharky says Art the Clown. Oh, Bubba says Art the Clown. As head coach, he doesn't talk, though. So, this is a good question. This is a really good question. It can't be Michael Myers or Jason because they don't talk. They would just stand there. And, like, you need a coach that can talk. Pinhead might be interesting. No Mercy. I can't imagine Pinhead thinking a 62-yard field goal is a 68-yard field goal. I just don't see that happening. So I might have to go Pinhead. Soldier says Dr. Moreau. Dr. Moreau seems like somebody who would play for the tie in overtime. So I'm not down with that, as you know. I hate coaches who do that. Matt LaFleur is at the top of my... He's like right... Him and Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields, they're all like in the same category. Wish the Diddy suppliers would sell the team to Gary Vee already. I would, yeah, Gary Vee being a fan, but he's a fan, but does Gary Vee actually know football? You know? Like, does he pay very close attention as he is? Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm in the camp of I don't know that Woody's a terrible owner. He just hasn't hired the right guy. And I don't know that we could fully blame him for that. 3:47 left in the second quarter for the Washington Commanders. First and 10 for Josh Allen. We're going to do a simultaneous play-by-play. Josh Allen hands off to James Cook as Jayden Daniels hands off to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, who gets a couple yards. Count Dracula as New York Jets head coach. Could hypnotize people. I mean, you know, at that point, you go with Talbot, the Wolfman, because he can keep his head unless there's a full moon at night. But during the day, I mean, the Jets aren't getting primetime games. You don't have to worry about him wolfing out. And he might be the most sane out of all these villains. Yes, you see, this is exactly what I was saying last night. Chris is the one who gave us Adam Gase, not Woody. Woody does, like, people are like he's impulsive. I'm like, impulsive how? Tell me how he's impulsive. What has he done that's impulsive? Tell me. And people can't. He meddles how? Because The Athletic puts out an article saying, oh, he lets his son choose things. Like, get out. The Athletic is just trying to get clicks and you're falling for it. That's a non-story. It's stupid. It's made up. A source close to the Jets organization. Who? The janitor? The custodian? Sorry. I mean, who? Did a delivery guy show up and overhear somebody say that? Now he's close to the Jets organization? I want to know who. Who's leaking you this information, Athletic? All these crazy stories from your special source. Get the hell out of here. Stop it. Oh, and there's Jeff Ulbrich. I was Jeff Ulbrich for Halloween last year, right on this stream. It looked awesome. The Wet Bandits from Home Alone. Are they? They're not horror movie villains, though. Sean Cantrell. Or Demon vs. Champion. Darth Vader is HC. I find your lack of play disturbing. Yeah, he would be no nonsense. Justin Fields would have gotten pulled from that game in a second. But that's not a horror movie, though. Well, horror movie villain, but okay, but you... So if it's just villain, that's one thing. But Sharky specifically said horror movie villain. Oh, Sharky's the one that said Darth Vader. So you're going against your own thing here. You specifically said horror movie villain. So Star Wars is not a horror movie last time I checked. I heard they were going to do a Star Wars horror movie coming up. We could have that conversation then. But, Human Centipede. Ugh. No, I hate those body horror movies. Home Alone is a die-hard movie. Oh, boy. Gamick, what's going on? Can Bills lose, please? Yeah, I want that. Candyman is a villain, HC. Yeah, but I mean, you have to say his name 3 times. Baker Mayfield commercial. Excellent. With Barry Sanders? All right, 21-14. So Jeff Ulbrich will probably end up blowing this game. for the Falcons because, you know. Herbert West is the doctor from Reanimator. That that checks out because that's a horror movie. That is actually a Lovecraft story. I mean, you guys want me to read it? I got a Lovecraft book right here. The complete collection. So I can sit here and do a dramatic reading. These games are pretty good though, so maybe not. I also have the Immortal Hulk. If you guys want to read that, this is kind of a horror comic too. Dude, that works. Says Die Hard is a bad movie, dude. You're lucky you're you, because that was 10-second Phantom Zone worthy, but I cannot Phantom Zone you. Bubba, you know what? Bubba, by the way, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking long and hard about this. You're going to appreciate this. I told Bubba, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Bubba has the power to protect anyone from the Phantom Zone if he is a champion. And I've decided that Bubba shall be granted that power even without a title. So Bubba, from this moment forward, you officially can protect anyone you would like from the Phantom Zone. But here's the caveat. You can't do it for, you know what? Maybe you can. Yeah, no, guy, because you'll be responsible with it. I know you will. So yes, that's there's going to be no caveat. Hi, what's going on?
How are you?
Very good.
I miss half of the dog's food.
Oh, why? Is everything okay?
I just feel like the lentils didn't cook through.
Oh.
So I tried it again and it should be fine now.
Oh, okay.
But they came running because I opened it and they smelled it and they came
running.
running.
Oh, they got happy. All right.
How do you know that's your phone, huh?
Bubba is happy. Per stream, permanently, yes. Permanently. Yes, Immortal Hulk, I say. It is quite good. Quite good. Baba says PFA. Look at that. Melissa Klein says PFA. Hans Gruber would be an excellent head coach. Yes, I was going to say that, but then I remembered it was horror movie. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie, not a horror movie. Now, if we were going with any Christmas villain, doing Hans Gruber as head coach and Krampus from the most recent Krampus movie as defensive coordinator. Child's Play Chucky can be the next coach. You know what? I kind of wouldn't. Now I'm thinking about it, like John Gruden as the Jets head coach, having the Chucky dolls in you know, MetLife. That would be kind of cool. I mean, we need something cool to happen as Jets fans. We need something cool to happen. Dude says PFA. Ashley says PFA. Sharky says PFA. Soldier says PFA. So, yeah. Yeah. Let us see. So flowing air. If let's say they decided to get rid of Aaron Glenn, the Jets, would you be okay with John Gruden? Who would you want as head coach? Like a realistic option as head coach. Kevin Stefanski also might be available. We don't know. And the kick is up and doinked for the Washington Commanders. Matt Gay cannot do it. Still 13-7. And in the other game, we got Bijan Robinson doing Bijan Robinson things. Caleb Williams is coming, marching back out onto the field. Excellent. Andy Ruggles says, my mom insists Die Hard is in a Christmas movie. If that was true, why does it take place at Christmas? So I don't understand. She insists it is not a Christmas movie. So if it isn't a Christmas movie, you're saying, then why does it take place on Christmas? It's definitely a Christmas movie. And I have exhausted this argument so many times. People have tried to throw things out that I just smack away. And then they have nothing to say. Season of the kicker doinks, yeah. Bring on Gruden. Woody needs to fly a plane full of money. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the more I think about it, Gruden would be cool. Zach Taylor's seat is getting warm. I'd be fine with Zach Taylor too, honestly. If it's hard to win when you don't have a defense and offensive line or Joe Burrow. That's going to be tough to win. It's going to be tough to win. But I would be okay with Zach Taylor. But if it was Gruden, yeah, I would take Gruden over Zach Taylor. I would take Stefanski over Zach Taylor. Oh, Thomas Hartman, stop with this. It is not a Christmas movie. I mean, I don't know what else you need. How isn't it a Christmas movie? How is it not a Christmas movie? It's crazy. And Caleb escapes a sack. Oh, and he gets nailed at the sideline. Gets knocked out of bounds. Wow, he just got nailed. It is the Christmas movie, says Soldier. Yes. So does Sean Cantrell. Look at that. The champion knows. You must obey the champion, by the way. Dude, that's the only person you can't Phantom Zone champions. So we'll make that caveat. You can't Phantom Zone champions, but anybody else who's not a champion, anybody else who's not a champion is worthy of a Phantom Zone. I mean, no, wait, you're protecting people from the Phantom Zone. Sorry. We know nobody can Phantom Zone champions. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Gimmick says, what's up with the Bills right now? The Bills have a stupid person at quarterback. So that's what's up. The stupidity is shining right now. Now, they might not be that good. I mean, they are very Josh Allen dependent. He needs to put the Superman cape on all the time. And the thing is, they are not, like Mahomes has to do that a lot. But Mahomes has Andy Reid. The Bills don't have an Andy Reid to help them overcome that sort of situation. They just have Josh Allen. And if he starts making mistakes, they have nowhere to go. Die Hard's a Harry Potter movie. Now we're just getting crazy. If Die Hard was a Harry Potter movie, John McClane would have Harry Potter just save the building. And then, he would take credit for it, of course, because it was his idea to save the building. Cloverfield Monster as head coach. I mean, but are we going to get like the shaky camera during games? Because I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. If there was we're going to halftime in the Washington Bears game. So now if we're talking like, if we were talking supervillains, this is easy. Dr. Doom is my choice as head coach. But again, he would end up being the commissioner of the league at some point. he would take over everything. So Dumbledore would be a good coach. Violent Night is Die Hard and Home Alone. I heard that. I heard Violent Night is it's like Die Hard with Santa Claus. I got to check that out. I haven't seen that. So Christmas movie. Well, we don't. It's Halloween. We don't talk about Christmas yet. But There's Something in the Barn. Have you guys seen that? That was a fun movie. I also want to see It's a Wonderful Knife, but I haven't seen that yet. Dr. Doom would turn all the players into Doombots. Dr. Doom would create Doombots to be coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. All the players would be Doombots. You're absolutely right. And they would all do everything perfectly. Everything would be perfectly executed. And at some point, you'd have to wonder, are the referees Doombots? So it would get crazy at some point. Just remember the Fast and the Furious was just a ripoff of Point Break, but just with cars. Point Break did not have spin off as many sequels. Tom Hartman saying John McClane is Dumbledore. Tom Hartman might have eaten a funny brownie today. Keep an eye on him. Can we replace the MetLife turf with the pool from Poltergeist? Oh, that would be fun. Null on my team of symbiotes would crush all. I don't know. Null is pretty badass, though. Kyle Pitts with a reception, and he just falls 2 yards shy without getting hit. So it's like his legs were not as fast as his upper body, and he fell. Crazy. That's Kyle Pitts for you. I mean, you know, I haven't seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies. Any of them. I have no intention of seeing them. I was on the ride, though, at Universal, which was, I mean, it's like you're on this thing and, you know, you're in, it's like a giant screen where you're seeing stuff go on around you. And, like, you know, Vin Diesel is standing on top of the hood of a car that's going 130 miles an hour, beating somebody up. It's a little over the top. Doom couldn't stop the invasion, and King in Black resorted to needing Tony Stark. Well, that's the thing, though, is Doom could probably bring in Tony Stark to coach the team, as he would be the commissioner of the league / owner. Bijan Roberts. Is it Bijan? I thought he said it was Bijan. And everybody's calling him Bijan now. I swore he said it was Bijan. But, I mean, whatever. Whatever. I've seen them all multiple times. Can't wait for X2. Yeah, I wish they didn't exist. No, I'm just kidding. If you like them, that's cool. I just, for some reason, don't have interest in it. Don't know why. Bijan. The Horn King from the Black Cauldron in HC. You need to lick to raise the dead team. I don't know what that means, Sharky. The Black Cauldron. Oh, Father Dismas is here. Are you saying that this deception, Reed Richards, was a stretch? Reed Richards, well, Maker. Evil Reed Richards would be interesting. What happened with the Falcons right now? I just missed it. Just missed it. Yeah, Doom's awesome. Like is an undead necromancer who can raise undead armies. Like Evil Ernie. Evil Ernie can do that. Maker is so fun. Yeah, Maker's awesome. Falcons are choking this game away, says Exorfetus. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what they do. We've seen that happen before. It is not out of the ordinary. Definitely not out of the ordinary. Falcons are going to lose. I mean, it's Jeff Ulbrich. I could totally see that happening. Falcons are taking choking to where football is going, says Matt West. Man, they should have blown that game wide open, but that 1 foot out of bounds. Oh, we got some Chiefs-Lions highlights for those who didn't get to watch the game. Patrick Mahomes doing Patrick Mahomes things. An absolute carnage. Everyone is fighting for survival. Maker is just there to harvest symbiotes. Sounds like Maker. How old is Chris Berman, man? He looks exactly the same. I'm gonna look up Chris Berman's age. 70, all right. Guess he dyes his hair. Mahomes is the GOAT, says Gimmick. I mean, you can never count them out. But Baker might be the GOAT this season. Baker versus Mahomes in the Super Bowl would be must-see TV. That would be insane. If we get Baker versus Mahomes in the Super Bowl and the Bucks lose, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. If Baker's in the Super Bowl and he loses, I will not be happy. The only team he's allowed to lose to in the Super Bowl is the Jets, and we know that's not happening. Any other team he loses to, I will be rooting for him ridiculously if Tampa gets to the Super Bowl. What about the guy from Jeepers Creepers? The Creeper. He only shows up every 28 years like the Jets. Yeah, he shows up and he's hungry every 28 years. He shows up to eat. I don't like that part of the story. They should do it like every 11 months or something. Like every October, he wakes up from his hibernation to eat, and then goes back to sleep after a couple weeks or something. But the 28 years thing was just, they feel like they kind of killed it with that. They need to retcon that. Is there an evil Captain America? I think Steve Rogers would be a terrific head coach. There is an evil Captain America. Steve Rogers would be, who drafted him? I think the Patriots drafted Iron Man. Who drafted him in my Marvel draft? I did a Marvel draft a while ago that's on the channel. Steve Rogers got drafted by, I don't remember. Do you remember, Soldier, who drafted Steve Rogers? Matt Beckel, Lord Horror, comes in with a tenner, says, horror villain coaching staff for Lord Horror. Head coach, John Kramer. OC, Dr. Herbert West. DC, the Djinn. Ooh. Whoa, hold on. That's interesting. That is interesting. Of course it's interesting because Lord Horror did it. I absolutely like that. Absolutely love it. Absolutely like it. That's like, I'm setting you up and then I'm just letting you down with absolutely liking something. I absolutely think that's okay. No, that's awesome. Leave it to Lord Horror to assemble the best horror villain coaching staff we've ever seen. Could we hire those guys? How much would it cost? Falcons are double flexing their biceps, so they must have done something good. I'm so not paying attention to either of these games. I'm having too much fun hanging out with you guys and just talking about this stuff. They can't with the. It drives me crazy when they do these double Monday night games. It's like, I don't know which one to look at, so it's hard to do play-by-play because I'm just glancing over, looking at both of them. Dr. Doom is unquestionably the best choice for a supervillain head coach. Yeah. As a supervillain, yeah. As a horror villain, you got this right here. But yeah, so my cousin, a logo creator, sent me a thing today saying, let's see what you guys think about this. So you choose 4 to protect you and the rest will destroy you. So, you can't see this, but you could probably see it, but I'll tell you who they are. So, there are 12 people here. You choose 4 to protect you, the rest will destroy you. There's Doomsday, Silver Surfer, Darkseid, Thanos, without the Infinity Gems, just Thanos. Thor, Shazam, Superman, Black Adam, Dr. Manhattan, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, and oh my god, I forgot this dude's name. Oh my god. What the hell is his name again? I forgot his name. I don't know how I forgot his name. He got drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in my Marvel draft. Not the Void, the actual hero. But I picked Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, Darkseid, and Doomsday to protect me. Because Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange have all the magic covered. And a lot of those guys are susceptible to magic. So I think that wins the day. Who's your horror villain quarterback? Ooh, Matt Beckel. Who's your horror villain quarterback? Sentry, yes, Sentry. Couldn't remember his name. But yeah, I wouldn't take Sentry because he's crazy. Hercules punked his ass in the comics. Yeah, Sentry is just, he's cool, but like, I'm not picking him to protect me because he's going to go through some emotional breakdown. Who cares? Does Dr. Manhattan even have any weaknesses? Well, you see, I don't know a ton about Dr. Manhattan. That was one thing that I said to him was I read Watchmen ages ago, and I don't remember what exactly Dr. Manhattan does. Horror villain quarterback. I need to know who Matt Beckel's horror villain quarterback is. I'm trying to think. So, it can't be somebody who can't speak because he's got to call the plays in the huddle. So that's, Dr. Doom, Dr. Manhattan, Dr. Strange, and Thor. That's good. Sentry could be wide receivers coach. Yeah. Sentry was drafted as a wide receiver of the Cardinals. Our villain quarterback is Freddy Krueger, well spoken, and I'm sure he has a cannon for an arm. He just can't use that one hand because the ball will get sliced. He can move too. That would be cool. Manhattan does nothing. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
What happened there?
Astro. Happened.
Can I take a break here and watch TikTok?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Oh, look at Astro. Lucas.
I told you he was there.
No, I didn't know he was there. I thought you said Astro had pulled it.
Oh, no. I said he's there. I thought it was Astro, but that's
bumped
Lucas.
Into each other. Like, I almost laid on him.
No, that's what I was telling you. I was like...
Oh, I thought you said Astro had done it.
Oh, no.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to be careful.
He's okay?
I guess so. I laid back pretty hard.
Dr. Manhattan can warp reality, go through time. He's a god. That's what my cousin was saying. My cousin was saying that Dr. Manhattan he was like, his powers are pretty ridiculous. So that's one of the guys he chose. Krosky Merritt with a run. Bills game is still 21-14. Bills have the football. This game's still 13-7. Everybody saying hi to PFA. Look at that. Matt West, Samuel Miller, Matt Beckel, Bubba, Melissa,
wow.
JB, Father Dismas. Yeah, look at that. All of them.
Hello.
So quickly. She says hello. Ashley says hello. Freddy Krueger will be Vegas' quarterback's coach. He can deflate the ball very sneakily. Yeah, because they have that Fiend as part owner. Jayden Daniels, that pass is incomplete. Josh Allen, back to pass. He's going to try to run, but he gets taken down. Almost loses the football. Second down coming up. Horror villain HC, I go with Patrick Bateman. That's a good one, Celtic Scarecrow. He is kind of crazy, though. Tackle protecting the blind side is Leatherface. I might have to go with Voorhees there. I think he would just pancake people. Jayden Daniels is running. He's got a first down and some more. I think Voorhees would pancake the hell out of people. But yeah, the 28-year thing was stupid for the creeper. 3rd and 10. What was it? 23 years. Sorry. She said 23 years. 28 years. I think that was dumb. Surfer's the choice. He knows your weaknesses upon meeting you. Yeah, he picked Silver Surfer. He picked Dr. Manhattan. He picked Doctor Strange. And who was his other one? Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you right now who he picked. I think he picked Thor. Yeah, he picked Thor. So he picked Silver Surfer, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Dr. Manhattan. I picked Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom, Doomsday, and Darkseid. Because I figured Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange can manipulate Doomsday. Who, I mean, like, he can go toe-to-toe with the Hulk. He might even be able to beat the Hulk, Doomsday. I would put Jason Voorhees on the edge, rushing the passer. He's not fast, though. He doesn't run. That's my only issue. But then, like, but as a left tackle, he can just explode and pancake somebody.
Almost pancake Mookie right now.
Yeah, he did. This is just a test. Oh, that looks good, though. I like that. Momentum Technology says, okay, Jason is a safety and he can just knife every person getting a catch. But then we have to talk about the rules, though. Are you allowed to bring machetes onto the field? Because that changes things. I don't know that should be allowed. That might be a flag. That could totally be unnecessary roughness. Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Jason Hall's ass. I have to watch that again. Jason can knife every ball, true. Just swat it down. And Josh Allen is slamming his helmet onto the ground. He is mad. Leatherface's defensive end. I don't think any of these are bad, by the way. Chucky could be a running back, right? Oh, wide open over the middle. Jeremy McNichols just drops it. Now we have 4th and 16. They're going to have to punt. I was thinking it was Murder NFL. Well, Murder NFL will be different. Jack Torrance from The Shining in rage mode. As a running back, Michael Myers is the running back. He just keeps walking no matter who's trying to pull him down. Yeah, that's true. Strong safety would be Candyman. 53-yard attempt. Well, I think the creeper would have to be a cornerback because he can fly around the field. Maybe he could be a free safety. Chucky's about the same height as Kyler Murray. And he slides, too. He can slide right under things. Melissa Klein says, sadly, it's time for sleep. Everyone have a good night. You too, Melissa Klein. Thanks for stopping by. Your number one contender is leaving us. Commanders, Bears, 13-10. We'll be back Thursday night if you care to join. Who's playing Thursday night, by the way? Do we have a good game? I hope we have a good game Thursday night. Let's see. Football schedule. Oh, wait a second. Steelers, Bengals, Thursday night. Oh, man, I wish Joe Burrow was not hurt. I agree with Jeepers Creepers being a cornerback. Yeah, I think he would be awesome as a cornerback. Steelers Bengals Thursday night. Father Dismas versus Ashley. That's going to be interesting. And Samuel Miller. What happened to Scantor? Scantor was a Bengals fan. He doesn't show up anymore. Arthur Klein at wide receiver, so long and lanky to catch the high passes. Yeah, he could pluck those out of the air. True. And we got Jets Panthers on Sunday at 1 o'clock that we're going to be here for. And this is going to be an observation game. Maybe I'll give the Jets. What other games are at 1 o'clock? Let's see. Patriots Titans. Eagles Vikings. Dolphins Browns. Double. Saints Bears. Raiders Chiefs. All right, so I might do a Jets Panthers dedicated stream. Give them another shot at this because I'm in a giving mood right now. So I might do that. The kid from Brightburn would be quarterback. That is interesting. With his Superman, his Kryptonian powers. Yeah, that's good. Is Brightburn a horror movie, though? It is a horror movie. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Joe Burrow thing, Ashley, that's just painful. Especially in a year where these teams seem to be wounded. Joe Burrow, I feel like, would be lighting these teams up. Slender Man is a safety. Just suddenly appears out of nowhere. That's good. I'm going to take the over on that game for Rance. You might have to. We're going to be looking for improvement. Is what we're going to be looking for. Little improvement. I've heard some, who was it? Ryan at Jets Talk 24, is Ryan Jets Talk 24/7? Yeah, Jets Talk 24/7. He basically had the same take I had on this past Jets game where he said, I'm glad they lost because I didn't want a like cluster F of a win where it's like you just happen to win. And that's the way I feel. Leprechaun at running back, won't see him behind the line of scrimmage like Darren Sproles. I know Thursday's going to be a weird game where I guess we're going to watch Aaron Rodgers show off against Joe Flacco. Yeah, that is going to be a weird game. And the Steelers will probably win. And Rodgers is going to continue this. Yeah, I mean, look how good I am. It was the Jets, not me. I think it'll be horror villain and D and horror movie hero on offense. I think it'll be horror movie villain on D and horror movie hero on offense. Oh, okay, yeah. Horror movie defense. Horror movie villain on defense and horror movie heroes on offense. So how many horror movie heroes do we have? I mean, we got Dr. Loomis. Dr. Loomis looks like he would be the head coach in the Vince Lombardi era. And Bijan with a catch. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter of this Falcons game. Let me get over to that one. Let me just get the audio in my ear for that one. Leprechaun might be your one wide receiver. That kid always be open. Yeah, he would be open. I don't have baseball scores. I don't have baseball scores. The Winchesters count? That's not a movie though, right? Technically, Buffy the Vampire Slayer would count because she wasn't a movie. And it's got to be a theatrical release, I would say. Ash Williams for quarterback. Very nice. Michael Myers at linebacker. He can walk sideline to sideline at warp speed, yes. It just stays upright. That Halloween 5 mask drives me insane. I don't know if that drives me more insane than the CGI mask, but that neck, I'm just like, why didn't they cut that thing? It's just like, drives me insane. CGI mask is pretty bad though. Penix gets the ball to Drake London, and they are down at the 32-yard line. Looks like they're going to close this out soon. Stupid Buffalo Bills. Ha ha ha. Mariners 110-3, and Dodgers are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Halloween 5 is the worst in the OG series, in my opinion. Yeah. So the Thorn so all right, so the OG series you're talking about like just in the Thorn trilogy, not any yeah, all right, so you're just talking about the Thorn trilogy with Halloween 1 and 2. So yeah, 5 and 6 for me, or 4. I thought 4 was good, and 4 has a great opening. 4 has great characters. But yeah, 5 and 6 for me are just like 5's probably worse. 6, I think 6 was okay. 5, but like I don't know why they went that route with his niece. Like she couldn't talk all of a sudden, or she was just like quiet all of a sudden. They set it up perfectly at the end of 4 to make it look like she was gonna, kind of have the same thing going on with her, and I feel like they should have followed through with that, but they didn't. All the Halloweens before Zombie ruined it. Before Zombie ruined it. Yeah, Zombie was. Thank God they didn't give him a third one, because I saw a commercial the other day. Sometimes I put on the Halloween retro commercials just on TV and just let it play. And I saw a commercial for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And I was like, oh, Matt Beckel was talking about that the other day. I got to remember to watch it. What is Buffalo doing? I don't know, Anakin. They're falling apart. Falling apart. And I am loving it. Caleb. Oh, almost got picked off. Fresh set of downs for the Falcons. An 8-play, 60-yard drive. They've taken 4:22 off. We got 2:20 on the clock. Panics. Ooh, fires us over the middle of Drake London, but it almost got picked off. Halloween 6 was fun bad, but 5 was stupidly made. Yeah, and 4 was a good movie, but the mask, man. That mask. Oh, if they would have just gotten the mask right. I feel like that's the only thing that I hate from 4. I remember Jason 2.0 or whatever it was, where she's the private school counselor principal. T-1000 at quarterback would be sick. But is Terminator a horror movie? I don't know that we can consider Terminator a horror movie. It's like it's a sci-fi movie. Oh my God, Tyler Algier just ran through a bunch of Buffalo Bills. And he gets tripped up. So we got a 3rd and inches coming up for the Falcons as we hit the 2-minute warning in that game. And they are at the 11, I think. T-1000 for running back. Yeah, that dude can truck. I mean, he was just like, he was insane. T-1000 trying to sack Dutch from Predator would be funny. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. So we're talking heroes. Well, Predator's another one. Predator's like sci-fi. I don't know. We can't count these horror. So I don't know. I'm gonna nix the Predator heroes and the T-1000 because that's sci-fi. It's technically not horror. T2, yeah, T2 is excellent. Horror heroes. Who would be like? You're gonna go Laurie Strode. Could be a receiver, I guess. And the Bears put up 3 more, so we got a 16-10 game. Chicago leading Washington. Sci-fi is horror. I disagree, Sharky. I don't, because then we'd have to consider Star Wars horror. So, does Aliens count? You see, that's still sci-fi, though. I don't know that that's horror. Is it? Oh, man, this is tough. I want to ask PFA what she thinks about this. Yeah, how is Aliens not sci-fi and horror? That's different because that's like Aliens does feel like horror. The original Alien felt like a horror movie. So I would say Aliens. I would put those in the horror category, but not Terminator. I don't know that I would put Terminator in the horror category. Jets game film considered horror. Yes, it's considered horror. Should not be watched by anyone. Hopefully, Aaron Glenn is watching it though. Dark Horse said Aliens, Predator, and Terminator were horror. Well, you tell Dark Horse to talk to me. We'll have a conversation about it. I'll get them on stream. And we'll have a long discussion about it. We'll see who comes out on top. I mean, they might. They might be able to convince me. 3rd and 1 for Atlanta. Michael Penix working out of the shotgun. This could be close to the beginning of the end for the Bills. And it looks like Buffalo jumped. Are you kidding me? There's going to be a flag. Buffalo's pointing at Atlanta. Atlanta's pointing at Buffalo. If Buffalo jumped, they're giving Atlanta a first down after the 2-minute warning. Encroachment on Buffalo. Man, they are just looking to hand the game over. The Neutron was horrible. I thought you were going to say it had a horror vibe. That's what I read. I was like, what? I'd rather have Aaron Glenn than Joe Judge as my head coach. I'd rather have Aaron Judge over Joe Judge. Yeah, Joe Judge was terrible. Buffalo, wow. Good for you. So Atlanta's got a 1st and goal now from the 9-yard line. Penix working out of the shotgun. And Caleb Williams throws to the end zone. And is that caught by Roma Dunze? If it is, that is a remarkable catch. And it looks like it is. Wait a minute. What happened? No, they said it wasn't a catch? I don't have the audio on. Did they say that wasn't a catch? That wasn't a catch, I guess. Oh, I guess not, because they kicked a field goal. All right. So they might. The Falcons look like they, unless the Falcons do something remarkably stupid and just hand this game to the Bills, but I doubt that's going to happen. If the Falcons score, this game's over. Yeah. A lot of places have Jaws as a horror movie, and I don't get that. Like, oh well, I mean, it's a like a summer horror movie, I guess, but not like a Friday the 13th summer horror movie, you know. Bills are moving the Falcons backwards. They take a timeout. So I think we got 3rd and goal from about the 11 or 12. 151 left. Buffalo has one more timeout left. The blob on defense. Oh, man. That would be rough. It moves so slow. Jaws is a monster movie, yeah. No, you can't draft Cujo. Poor Cujo, man. Jaws is not a Christmas movie. No, it's not. And there are a lot of reasons why it's not. Falcons are back at the 15 now. 3rd and goal from the 15. Buffalo has one timeout left, 151 left on the clock. And they give the ball to Tyler Algier. I don't think Buffalo is going to take a timeout here. Oh, they will take a timeout. They take their final timeout. So the Falcons are going to elect to kick a field goal here. And that'll make it a 2-score game. So that's pretty much the beginning of the end for Buffalo. Event Horizon. That's an underrated movie. That is an underrated movie. The Blair Witch would be good on defense. You can't see her. And she would just mess with the offense's heads. Make them see things they don't that aren't really there. Gremlins was Christmas, yes. Jaws was a summer movie. Amity is a summer town. We need summer dollars. It's a 33-yard attempt. And the Falcons are pretty much going to ice that game. There's a minute 43 left. I mean, Buffalo's got to get in the end zone, get an onside kick. We've seen stranger things happen, but it's unlikely. And Jayden Daniels is running all over the place right now. 6:30 left in the third quarter. Remy says horror villain. My ex-wife in my first wedding movie, she tried to kill me 3 times. Remy, my God, no. We're doing monsters and putting Godzilla on the D-line. You need a big stadium out west. You're going to need a giant stadium for that. The Jaws was summer of 77. Why would you give Josh Allen that much time? He's got no timeouts, though, and they're up by 10. So I think they're safe. Anakin. And Josh Allen really hasn't done anything all night. AFC standings, Patriots, Bills, Dolphins, Jets. That's crazy. Patriots, oh my God. I wanted Mike Vrabel so bad, it hurts. It hurts with every heartbreak. Oh, heartbeat. Hold on. Astro is trying to get in here, and he is staring at me through the door. What's up, Astro? What are you doing, buddy? Trying to get in? Oh, there we go. Good job. All right. What a good job. Come on. Want to come up? All right. Astro is in the room officially. The door, PFA left the door just ajar, but a little too closed, where he gets scared to try to push it. He does not like things that move that are bigger than him. Josh Allen has done something tonight. Being stupid counts. That's true. He's been stupid. He's always stupid, though. So I don't think we should give him props for that. Big giant idiot that he is. Deebo Samuel is across the 50. Washington looks like they are starting to get their act together, Ashley. I think they come out of this game with the dub. Like the dub that's on their helmets. Oh, 3rd and 2. As I say that, incomplete pass. It should have been caught. They don't have Noah Brown or Terry McLaurin tonight. Forgot about that. And they're going for it on 4th and 2. This is another Gambling Dan as their head coach. Yes, definitely named him for the dog because he does that thing with his ears that Astro did where one's down and one's up. PFA named him, actually. I named Lucas. 4th and 2. And that is caught by Jeremy McNichols, and that's a first down. What a pass by Jayden Daniels. Super Josh Allen back to pass. Oh, and the Bills are trying some trickery. Whatever. Trickery, idiocy, whatever. It's all the same. Oh, yeah, look, Father Dismas knows. He knows. And Josh Allen with the first down. The clock continues to tick. Krosky Merritt gets about a gain of 1 in the Washington game. From my lips to the football god's ears, yeah. Mega Man. Oh, we doing video games now? Luigi is wide receiver 2. Mega Man could be the backup quarterback. David Montgomery type of running back. Mega Man would take the defensive powers. For every defensive player he jukes, he steals their power. Josh Allen is running. Garbage time run for fantasy point inflation. And Bill's coaches are all happy about that, but there's 57 seconds left. Wide open! Touchdown, Washington, to Luke McCaffrey, who is wide open. 33 yards And the Commanders are about to take the lead, pending the extra point. And the Bills are still trying. It's so sad to see the Bills trying to win this game, and you know it's not going to happen. So sad. Sonic is RB. Sonic is RB2. Sonic is kick returner, punt returner. Luke McCaffrey was wide open. Wow. Wide open. Sonic is faster than the Flash. Back to pass is Josh Allen. He looks all types of confused. Ball gets batted away and it's picked off. And that's going to end the football game. The Atlanta Falcons win it on a batted ball. Interception by Josh Allen. Blue Santa comes through again. Once again for the opposing team, and the Falcons are posing for a lovely picture in the end zone. So that game is over. Bills fans are upset. Who cares? And Luke McCaffrey with a touchdown for the Washington Commanders. Let me think. Video game football players. Solid Snake. He would be a hell of a quarterback. Falcons belt time. Wait a minute. I didn't even think I would have to put the Falcons belt up, but Matt West has called for it, so we need to see it. Did I create a Falcons belt? That is the question. Yes, we've seen the Falcons belt. Hold on one moment. 28-3, never forget, but the Atlanta Falcons defeat the Buffalo Bills, and we love them for it, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the final. Let's get the Bears-Commanders score up now. We're going to do the sole score for the Bears-Commanders game as we had it before, since there is, let's see, we're in the third quarter. Oh, hold on. Messed up. This is for you, Matt Beckel. Did you hear the keyboard? He likes the clackety-clack. So it's 17-16. All right. At last. All right, hold on. Falcons title goes up momentarily, but we've got the Commanders and the Chicago Bears. And let's take a look at the prediction, by the way, that I had, because I forgot what it was. Oh, 31-20. Well, that's not going to happen. But it could be close. Could be close. New England is in first place. Are you kidding me? Bijan Robinson with 170 yards. Crazy. Crazy. The only choice for video game is Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl. How did we not see that, Bubba? That is true. Lord Keyboard, yes. Lord Horror and Lord Keyboard. Friends. Two different species, but friends nonetheless. Bears forced a fumble on the kickoff. Washington's... Oh, the Bears fumble. No, Washington forced the fumble on the kickoff. Washington saying they have it. Washington is saying they have it. Luke McCaffrey's in there saying, hey, do you know who my dad is? Do you know who my brother is? Give us this football. I've got lineage. Somebody's wearing a Romeo Dobbs helmet. Oh, they're saying it's Bears football. Okay. But, oh, I know I told you were going to get the night off, but you cannot have it. Put Link from Legend of Zelda on the defensive end. You know what? If we're talking Tecmo Bowl, we can do Reggie White, right? That ball was loose. Wait a minute, no. That looked like Washington came up with it. All right, well, Dan Quinn is okay with the call, so I guess I have to be too. Josh would be an all-time Jet. Yeah, that would be the icing on the cake. Josh under center for the New York Jets. That might happen in our lifetime. I don't know that he plays football, but he'd be out there with his flip-flops on. DJ Moore with a 4-yard gain. Soldier missed Baal, yeah. Look at his face. He misses no one. Bears are cheating, says Soldier. If we're doing video games, can we use any Pokemon? I mean, we could use Simon Belmont from Castlevania. I think he would be a hell of a linebacker, to be honest. Oh, and DeAndre Swift gets the ball to the Bears 40, and he gets bounced around like a pinball before he gets taken down. Star Fox and Falco as your safety duo. I can buy that. Wait, we could use the car from the horror movie The Car. We could also use the trucks from Maximum Overdrive, right? Big screen pass to the rookie running back. Manungai, I think that's how you say his name. Big gain. Takes it down to the Washington 40, I believe, or 35. Swiftly picks up the first down. Is it crazy when I hear the name Swift and we're talking about football? I think of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift before I think of DeAndre Swift. Terrible. DJ Moore is a little banged up on the sideline after that play. Caleb back to pass. He looks like he's going to run. No, he flicks this out. Tried to get it to Zacchaeus, and it was a little high off his fingertips. How we forgot about Cole from Gear of War as a running back. You can't stop the Cole train, says Celtic Scarecrow. Jimmy England says, I'll take Mike Tyson for Mike Tyson's punch out as a linebacker and tell him to punch the ball out every play. His hands were quick, too. 007-373-5963. Dial that in on Mike Tyson's punch out if you want to get to Tyson right away. Or if you want 99 lives in Contra, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA select start. And Burton, the rookie receiver, Luther Burton, gets about a gain of 9. We got 3rd and 1 coming up. Oh, Amy comes in to flaunt the Patriots. Look at that. Christine, the evil car, is running. Could you imagine trying to tackle a car? That's not going to happen. Third and 1, bad snap. Caleb bobbles it, and he's going to get taken down. Oh, man, as we end the 3rd quarter. So the Commanders, I'm assuming Washington's going to try to kick the field goal here and take the lead, but the Commanders at least stop the drive on 3rd and 1 on a bad snap. So there we go. I ended up playing a little Phil Collins, Take Me Home, because I don't remember. I want to not remember what happened on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What began and what ended right before the 1 o'clock games. I'm talking about the Jets Broncos game. Or as I call it, the debacle to end all debacles. Nas Moretna is going to join you guys for a moment as I take a brief intermission. Interception? Wait, is Josh Allen on field? No, intermission during this game. Hold, please. All right, so like I told you guys, I'm not smart and I get off my screen. When I sit down, you should just immediately get off my screen. Thank you. Mega Man at tight end. He's short, strong, fast, and great. Those are 4 positive things that Anakin just said about Mega Man. He's a big Mega Man fan. Ben Johnson's not happy about that. Halloween vibe movies that are underrated. I think I talked about this last night. Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. You don't get that crazy camera work and you get a nice Halloween vibe there. The House is October built. That's number 2, a little triple feature. And then, well, I would start with the Blair Witch. I would go with the Houses October built. And then the third one, you can go Hell House LLC, but that is a bit of a moving camera found footage film. So let's think of something else. Oh, Jeepers Creepers 2. Oh, and this is blocked. And Washington blocks the field goal. Wow. The commies are electric right now. Anakin says, you got to be kidding me again. Wow. The Void says, I've been busy with the MLB the past 2 weeks. Seriously, what have I missed? A lot. A lot has happened. Happy Death Day is good, says Celtic Scarecrow. The third down snap was stupid. SG, yes, it was. It was unserious. The Bears are an unserious football team right now, and the Commanders are not. The Cobra Commanders are locked in at the moment. Locked in. And here we go. 1st and 10. We're in the 4th quarter. Hold on. I got to put that up on screen. As Krosky Merrick gets a few yards. 4th quarter. Oh, and Baal must move. I'm off my game tonight. There we go. We got it. Baal is in the correct spot. I was about to say the blocked kicks that were quiet this week, and then blocked kicks were quiet this week, and then they showed up. Yep. Oh, it's a horror version of Groundhog's Day. That sounds interesting. We Are All Dead, a seriously an amazing series. I think I asked you guys, have you seen Slasher on Netflix? Is that good? I heard it was pretty good. I watched the first season of American Horror Story, and I wasn't crazy about it. Zach Ertz with the first down. So yeah, I watched that first season when it came out. I was excited about it, and then I was just like, I don't know if I like this. And then I watched a little bit of the Twisty the Clown season. Wasn't crazy about that either. And pass to Deebo Samuel. Gets a gain of about 2. We were Baal-less for most of today. Yeah, he's back. He's back. He doesn't like the skeleton too much. So they got a thing going on. But he's back when we call him back. So the Mr. Demers chose the Washington Commanders to win the division over Philly, and people said he was mad. That looks legit. He chose Indianapolis to win that division. People said he was mad. He also chose the Baltimore Ravens to go 15-2. McCaffrey is making plays, but there's a flag. Charles says the Bears are kind of mid. Well, I mean, the Commanders are missing all their receivers. So. Oh, these are going to be offsetting penalties, so they're going to replay the down. Why is that ref like all into, like he's just all up in Krosky Merritt's? What's wrong with the Ravens? SJ, you care to answer that? That's a loaded question. American Horror Story got weird. Yeah, it got really weird. I even thought the first season was a bit weird, and then I started watching a little bit of the second season. I was like, I'm not into this. Then there was that season with like Lady Gaga, right? The vampire one. I was just like, what are they doing? But I did check out some of the Twisty the Clown stuff because I thought he looked pretty cool. It was a weird show. Wide open, downfield, and there's another flag. Lane with a big catch. They will be inside the 10 if this stands. What a pass by Jayden Daniels. First down, it was a penalty on the defense. I don't know what it was, but it was declined. Might have been holding or pass interference or something, I assume. Little stutter step and just blew past the defender. Was wide open. Daniels put the ball in the perfect spot. Gets them downfield. Oh, yeah, the Jets do suck. They do suck, Boyd. They have achieved just different levels of suckiness now. It's remarkable. Ja'Cory Krosky, Merrick, it's maybe a yard. We're going to have second and goal from about the 7. Only one less team in football. I'm glad we could talk about this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the things the Jets are doing wrong. How terrible they are. It's like the more things change, the more they stay the same. Or in the Jets' case, the more things change, the more they get worse. The Saints actually don't look so bad. I mean, if I compare every team to the Jets, no team looks bad. And that's a touchdown to Zach Ertz. Wow. 6-yard touchdown to Zach Ertz. And let's go. (23-16). Here comes the extra point. 24-16. And Washington takes the lead. Interesting. All right. Well, the prediction looks like it's going to be close. Looks like it's going to be close. I really thought the Jets would have 2 wins by now. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you and me both. Actually, all right. So they were picked to have 4 wins this season. It's not the record. It's just I thought that I would just see improvement. I thought I would see something similar to what we saw with the Lions. The first year Dan Campbell was there, where you're watching the team and you're like, all right, I see something there. They're losing games. But I see something. I see, something brewing beneath the surface here. And we're not even getting that with the Jets. Something's brewing beneath the surface, but it's disgusting and terrible. That's what's brewing beneath the surface. Awfulness. I don't like how the NFC South is all of a sudden winning games, says Momentum Technologies. Yeah, the Bills, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look like they could be a problem, especially with that incredible quarterback they have. They look like they could be an absolute problem. But what a game we have going on. Washington 31 is likely, though. If we do 31-19, I think that's close enough to suspect a future telling device may have come into play. But Miami is surpassing even my low expectations. I thought they'd be 3-3 at this point. The Miami fans I know did not have high hopes for them this year, but I don't think they thought it was going to be this bad. But I mean, I have a couple of them like just wanting Miami to outsuck the Jets. but I don't think that's going to happen. Momentum Technology says, yeah, I'm a Buccaneers fan. That's why I'm not happy about the other teams winning. Yeah, Bucks are good, man. I am jealous. Not going to lie. Having Baker as your quarterback, that's incredible. And the Bears take this to about the 34-yard line. Yeah, Falcons just beat the Bills. The Bucs slowed the superpower known as the Great Mac Jones. Wasn't his fault. I'm gonna die on that hill. That was not Mac Jones's fault. So Caleb's quarterbacks coach was showing him on the sideline open opportunities that he might have had, and looked like it wasn't going well. Mac Jones might be an MVP candidate. So would he be eligible for comeback player of the year? Would we? I think so, because he made the Pro Bowl in his first season, right? You guys need to start Zach Wilson. Mac Wilson. You guys need to start Zach Wilson, Tom. That's your ticket to perhaps getting the first overall pick. Yeah, the Browns and the Panthers both had a chance with Baker, and they both passed. And the Panthers, V2 Micah, that's what I'm going to call you. I think that's how you pronounce your name. The Panthers had Sam Darnold at the same time, which was insane. How do you not hate that if you were a Panthers fan? How do you not look at that and just your stomach just hurts all day? Caleb launches this downfield to Rome Odunze, and that is incomplete. Couldn't come down with it. 3rd and 4 coming up. Daniel Jones is the MVP favorite, and the Colts are 5-1. Is he the MVP favorite, or is it Baker? I think Baker should be the MVP. That's a 3rd missed pick, says Soldier. I think Rome got his hands on that. He did. I think everybody got their hands on it, actually. Oh, yeah, that should have been picked. Whoa, wow. Yeah, that should have been picked. Troy Aikman is saying he shouldn't have thrown that ball. He should have taken the sure thing underneath. 3rd and 4 coming up. Caleb gets the ball off, and that is complete to DeAndre Swift, who breaks a tackle, and he's going to get in the end zone. Wow. And that's a touchdown for the Chicago Bears. And they are going to have to go for 2, I'm assuming, to tie this up. What a game. DeAndre Swift breaks 1 tackle and is off to the races. That is a 53-yard touchdown reception for DeAndre Swift. It's on a swing pass, that was. Terrible tackle. Terrible tackle. Attempt. Two-point attempt for Chicago. Caleb is working out of the shotgun. Calls Cole Kmet in motion. He is going to scramble, try to get away from pressure, throws to the end zone. Oh, and it is incomplete. Tried to get it to Zacchaeus. Could not. Got hit on the play. Got up slowly. He's got his hands on his knees. Got his bell rung a little bit. Void is a Vikings fan, I believe, Charles. If I remember that correctly. Oh, the Eagles. Wait a second. That's the Void. Is the Void reality a Vikings fan? That was a break in coverages. The voice says, the Chiefs aren't elite. Did they break up with the refs? No, it seems like they rekindled their romance in yesterday's game. they looked elite yesterday. And I mean, there were so many non-calls on holds. Travis Kelce caught a ball that hit the turf and it was ruled a catch. I mean, whatever was going on between them, they've made up. Aaron Rodgers for comeback player of the year? God, I hope not. They're from Void. This one's an Eagles fan. Yeah. The other, Void Reality, is the Vikings fan, I believe. Yeah, the Colts, they found Daniel Jones is what happened, who is a quarterback who had the benefit of going to Kevin O'Connell. And apparently, if you go, sit on the bench for Kevin O'Connell, that's enough to turn you into an excellent quarterback. Or even if you play for him. Unless you're J.J. McCarthy. We have to see. We don't know if that's ever going to be the case with J.J. McCarthy. Or Carson Wentz. Sharky says, technically we're back to friends with benefits regarding the Chiefs and the refs. Sharky would know. With a tour. Thank you very much, Sharky. Where are we? Okay. Bears are 0 for 2 on 2-point tries this season. Still trail 24-22. We got 10:26 left in the fourth quarter. 10:49. This game is taking quite a bit of time. Colts running game and incredible offensive line also helped. They just needed a quarterback that could throw the ball with some accuracy. Yeah, and who would have thought that would be Daniel Jones? Who would have thought? With Shane Steichen, I said it before the season, Daniel Jones with Shane Steichen coming off Kevin O'Connell is a win-win with that offensive line. We saw him succeed with the Giants. Luke McCaffrey making plays, takes this to the 40. So the Commanders are going to start with some nice field position as Jayden Daniels marches out onto the field like a warrior. Right, is Luke McCaffrey becoming good? I mean, he is making plays out there. He was wide open on that touchdown reception, though. That was just blown coverage. Jayden Daniels tonight, 18 of 23, 196 yards, 3 tutties, 1 pick. And he's got some rushing yardage to go in with that. Back to pass is Jayden Daniels. He's got a lot of time. Now he's going to run. He's going to get maybe 3 yards on that. 2nd and about 7 coming up. Remy the Enforcer says, as a Residence Giants fan, I always knew DJ8 had great potential, but the Giants OL, that stands for offensive line, kept screwing him over when the offensive line played okay. He did okay. Yeah, he did okay with when the offensive line was fine. But last year, man, he had no time whatsoever. No time whatsoever. 2nd and 7 coming up for Washington. 9:37 left on the clock. Jayden Daniels back to pass. He avoids pressure. He's going to try to run again, and he gets about a gain of 2. So we'll have a 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and about 5. So that's nice when your quarterback can, get away from pressure and get positive yardage. Not just stand there, hold the ball, and get sacked 9 times from whence he came. So it looks like we've got a spritz going on. 3rd and 5 coming up. Little October spritz in Washington. Daniels gets rid of the ball. Oh, Zach Ertz almost caught that, but he did not. But there's a flag. Jayden Daniels got hit low. That's going to be roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness. I think roughing the passer. Roughing the passer. 15-yard penalty on Jaquan Brisker. Automatic first down is what that turns into. Boneheaded play by Washington's defense. Oh. He looked like he was losing his balance, and he hit Jayden Daniels in the lower part of his body. And that is roughing the passer. First and 10. Krosky Merrick goes nowhere. Got a second and about 11 coming up. Let's have JD5 has the rest knocked off by now. Oh, the rust, you mean? Yeah. Second and 10. Daniels working out of the shotgun. Got 44 rushing yards tonight. And that was a bad pass intended for Zach Ertz. He's smiling, saying, my bad. Oh, well. He's got such a great attitude. I will accept the trade for a wide receiver for Winston. You're not going to get one, says Remy. I say to Remy. You think Jameis Winston? We're seeing a lot of bad quarterback play. How long until some team says screw it and rolls the dice on Jameis Winston and offers a deal to the Giants for him? What do they? I mean, maybe. I could see that happen. Jameis there's really no point in him being there. But Dable might not want to. He might not feel comfortable with just having Russ and nobody behind him in case something happens to Jackson Dart. He might want that insurance policy and Jameis Winston there. Matt West, yeah, I would love Winston too. If we went into the season with Jameis Winston, we'd be having a different conversation, I think. I think we'd be looking at perhaps 2 wins. It'd be at least entertaining, yeah. I mean, he can complete passes. Not afraid to throw the ball. We know that. Devin Duvernay, former Baltimore Raven, is back to collect the punt. We'll take over at the 9-yard line. 7:57 left in the game. Bears trail by 2. Curious about when Shedeur Sanders becomes a quarterback for a team. Shedeur will probably start at some point for the Browns. I'm assuming he will. I mean, why not? Why not just see what you have if you have anything? You see Jalen Ramsey was like pointed at him at one point. I think he sacked Dylan Gabriel, and then it looked like he pointed at Shedeur, almost saying what they were saying was he was telling Shedeur, "You should be in this game." But I don't know if that's what he was saying. Shedeur will probably be starting for a team next year officially. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see him at some point this year, and then we'll see. We'll see, can he play? If he can play, then, good for the Browns. You should be happy, Soldier. Malik Willis, though, with that fiend of a head coach that you have, was a sweet unlock. Matt LaFleur. Let me tell you something. If I could take an unproven guy as a head coach, just roll the dice on somebody, I think Mike LaFleur is somebody I would go with because I loved his offense. Felt like his offense was so quarterback friendly. I think with a young quarterback, he would be remarkable. But, a lot comes with being a head coach. Can he handle all that? but I would take him. That's a guy I would be like, you know what? If we're just gonna roll the dice on somebody, let's roll the dice on him. As an unknown, I would definitely do that. I might even consider, you know, if they're talking Gruden, Stefanski, I would take Stefanski just because of the experience. I would take Gruden because of the experience. But, you know, out of anybody else, all the other unknowns out there, Mike LaFleur, I think, would be an interesting pick. From where I'm sitting, Malik Willis still has talent. That was, Michael LaFleur and Malik Willis equals magic, says JB. Magic indeed. Soldier says him and Halfley are my two bets on future head coaches. Yeah. I would absolutely love to see that. I give the Browns till week 10 to either start him or trade him for something. No, nobody wanted to draft him. Who's going to trade for him? You know what I mean? Nobody's going to trade for him if they didn't want to draft him. He was there for every team, and every team passed up on him. He was there several times for every team, and everybody passed up on him. And then he couldn't even win the backup job in Cleveland. Nobody's trading for Shador. They're going to need to see him play, and if he can play, you know, Cleveland is going to hold on to him unless they're in position to draft a quarterback that they really like, and they're like, we have more faith in this guy. Let's get rid of Shador, in which case Shador would become unstoppable, like Baker is. Did Caleb Williams have the wrong helmet on? He went and grabbed a different helmet. He might have the wrong helmet on. Completion of Cole Kmet for 11 yards, but DJ Moore lined up offside, so that's back, and they are back at the 4-yard line. Stefanski getting any wins out of the cluster then ownership turned Cleveland into is impressive. Yeah, I think Stefanski is a hell of a coach. If he gets fired, I would be like, go get him, please. And Monangai gets stood up for about a loss of 2. Loss of 1 it's going to be, officially. It's raining there now. It was misting before. Now it looks like the rain is coming down. I'll trade Evan Neal for Shador. You might. I don't think the Giants would. I'm telling, especially Brian Dable. I don't know what happened in that interview, but I don't think he was too happy with Shador. 2nd and 16. I mean, we don't even, like, is Shador any good at all? We don't know. I think people are just like, oh, well, he was supposed to, and this is dropped by Zacchaeus on 3rd, and now we got 3rd and 16 from about the 3. You know, people they saw that drive in the preseason, but I don't know. If Stefanski is not keen on starting him, I'm going to say he's not very good. I'm going to say there are issues. If all these teams talk to him in the pre-draft interviews and all continuously passed on him, I'm going to say he's not, you know, he's got personality issues. And again, if Stefanski wouldn't even make him the second-string quarterback over Dylan Gabriel, who's not good, how good could he be? And Zacchaeus catches this one. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down marker. We've got a 4th and 2 coming up. I think Chicago's going to wisely punt. 6:34 left. If Cleveland fires Stefanski, just remember they also fired a young Belichick. Yes, they did. Belichick to Cleveland. To Cincinnati. Keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. Kevin's proven to be a quality coach. Would not be surprised if someone else benefited from his talent. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, if they fire him, then I would be like, Jets, just fire Aaron Glenn and bring this guy in, please. Please. Give me all the Kevin Stefanski. Best way to get rid of a bad personality, humble him, says Sharky. Yeah. But what happens if, I mean, look, the guy got passed over in the draft. He was, you know, we were wondering if he was even going to make the team at one point, and then he gets that speeding thing. It's just like immaturity. You know, if the guy had legendary on his locker and or whatever, that little draft room he made, if he does show any sign of anything at some point, it's going to be impossible to live with. He's got to be for it to be worth that, what you're dealing with in terms of his personality, and he's got to be exceptional, like just so good where you're just like, I don't care about all the other nonsense. And I don't think he's close to that. Apparently he's not close enough to be a second string quarterback on a bad team. 2nd and 6 coming up. And Jayden gets wrapped up and taken down at the 32 by Chicago. Not all bad personalities respond well to humbling. For some, it just calcifies their bad attitude. Yeah. V2 Micah, were you here before and your handle is different now, or is this your first time here? And if it's your first time here, tell me. If you were here before, tell me what your name was, and if you're new, tell me what your favorite team is. You might have said it earlier, but I didn't see it. So is Matt LaFleur in detention for icing that kick? Yeah, Matt LaFleur is on my enemies list for icing a 67-yard field goal. That would have been good. Daniels hits McNichols, who powers through for the first down on 3rd and 13. What a play. And giving us a 40-40 tie, not just saying, you know what, we're going to go for the win. He played for a 40-40 tie. Matt LaFleur is he's the bad LaFleur brother. Give me all the Michael Floor. Get Matt LaFleur the hell out of here. He's on my enemies list for doing those two terrible things. I don't know that he could ever undo that. I don't know what he can do to make this better, but I hate him. I hate him. I hate looking at him. I hate looking at that stupid half beard he has and the done up eyebrow. Like I can't. I can't. This gelled up hair. Just get away from me. Apparently, capri pants is an indicator that you're going to have a losing record in the NFL. I don't know if you've seen that. Mike McDaniel wears capris. Aaron Glenn wears capris. And the games that the Rams lost, Sean McVay was wearing capris. So we got to keep an eye on that. We can still get 30-22, a 31-22. Yeah, we can. Ender Stein, the professor, has shown up. What is up? What about the Jets? Yeah. Oh, don't even. I don't even want to talk about it. I've talked about it so much that it hurts my heart and my throat. Jayden Daniels on 2nd and 9 slides forward. Gets about 9 yards. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Oh, Mike Causey. Okay. That's Mike Causey, the Broncos fan. Listen, Mike Causey, by the way, so YouTube is doing this now. They're giving you these handles because it wants to protect us from people coming in with names and acting like somebody else or whatever. We had a whole thing at the beginning of the stream. So, let me see. Dun, dun, dun. What's this guy saying? Okay. Most of the problem is more of a golden spoon treatment. Talking about Shador with his dad and whatnot. Once he grows up, I'd say he could easily go get to Alex Smith levels of good. Ooh, that's bold. I don't know about that. Excuse me. I think good. I think a backup quarterback. I think a reliable backup in the league is probably a ceiling for him. I don't know. We have to see. But like all these things, like somebody like Kevin Stefanski, not all these teams not wanting you. Somebody like Kevin Stefanski, making you the third string, not even putting you in. Oh, and there was a fumble by Ja'Cory Krasky-Merritt, and the Bears pick it up. Wow, on a wet Monday night, and Jayden Daniels, he just smiles when bad things happen. But I think that's bold, Sharky. I think that's bold. Yeah, that's a bad fumble. Thank you, Sharky, for the good blesses. Jayden Daniels never quite had it. They're saying, oh yeah, he started losing the football. It's a wet ball, and then Krasky-Merritt couldn't come up with it, and the Bears did. And here we go. Caleb Williams under center. Gives the ball to DeAndre Swift. They have the ball at their own 44. He gets about a yard. Anakin Skywalker's going to bed. See you later, Anakin. Thanks for stopping by. Jimmy England says the Jets could get Reed and Mahomes and still suck. I mean, if they had Reed and Mahomes, they're going straight to the Super Bowl. So I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy England. Prediction, Bears score here. Commanders get the ball with 30 seconds left and still win. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, like I was saying about Shador, the fact that he went through that whole thing, every team continuously passed up on him, and then you had Stefanski starting Dylan Gabriel over him, putting Dylan Gabriel ahead of him on the depth chart. I think that speaks volumes. So I don't know, just because we looked at Shador coming out like, oh, could he be the first overall pick? I think everybody still has that in their head. But remember, like, a lot of these guys that come out that are number one picks don't always pan out. And he wasn't a number one pick. Got pushed back down to perhaps where he should have been. It's just weird. If the Browns had the secret there, why wouldn't they play him? If he was good, why would teams and there are a lot of quarterback hungry teams in the league, why would teams continuously pass up on him? Because they don't want to deal with an attitude. I mean, they deal with attitudes all the time. Again, if you can play, a team will happily deal with your attitude. How many guys get drafted with character issues, major character issues? Look at the Eagles, like their entire roster. How many guys get, I mean, you have, even with the Jets, you got Michael Clemens, who's he's like not even very good. He makes mistakes, but he's startable. And the Jets still deal with his nonsense. Celtic Scarecrow says, I had Shador as my fourth best quarterback in this class. Bold prediction, Caleb passes to Swift, and Swift breaks the tackle and makes a run, stops at the 1 to get time off the clock, and kick the game-winning field goal. Oh, Remy the Enforcer thinks DeAndre Swift comes up with another big play like he did and has the wherewithal to slide at the 1 to ice the game. I'm going to say if he's got daylight in front of him, he's going into the end zone. Speaking of overdrafting quarterbacks, how long until the Colts trade Anthony Richardson? Yeah, I mean, and now if Anthony Richardson, let me tell you, if someone like Kevin O'Connell ends up with Anthony Richardson, I'd be like, okay, that's interesting. I don't even know about Kyle Shanahan, though, because Kyle Shanahan couldn't fix Trey Lance. Otherwise, he would have. He definitely would have. I mean, with that athleticism, maybe the Browns can. I think they can pull a Mahomes and have him sit a year. No, I mean, you would have him as the backup. I just don't. I don't think they see it. I don't think they see it. I don't think this is some big mission like the Browns have some, and they could. I mean, I could be completely wrong about this, but I don't think the Browns have this master plan to unleash Shador on the world. I just think we're all hyping him up because we spent an entire season and off season leading up to the draft talking about Shador, because he's going to go number one. Is it going to be Shador, Cam Ward? And then all of a sudden it's like nothing happens. He just keeps falling, and we're just like, what the hell? Shador even thought he was going to. I mean, he had the legendary thing. Like he was all ready. Draft day, he was all ready to throw a party. And it took like 4 days for him to get drafted. Colston Loveland gets the first down from Caleb. And 133 left. Washington has all 3 timeouts. They pitch back to DeAndre Swift, and he gets a few yards. They are in field goal range. Good night, Kathy. I remember a time when the Cowboys had to get permission from their probation officer to have enough to play their away games. I mean, look at Tyreek Hill he gets like arrested before a Dolphins game one day. Like, there are character concerns all over the league. As Sanders was ready to have a draft day party. The Giants were desperate for a quarterback, by the way. And we're like, we're going to go Jackson Dart. I mean, who looks good with Brian Dable? And they, you have to wonder what happened in those quarterback meetings. What happened in those in those pre-draft meetings with Shador that made teams say, no way, we're not touching this guy? Or did they just look at tape and say, I mean, what is his it factor? Accuracy? I mean, that's what Tua has. He's not athletic. Not like, overly athletic. DeAndre Swift gets the first down, and the Bears are safely in field goal range now. Well, I mean, they did get a field goal block before, and it is raining, so I don't think any field goal is safe right now. But Shador, yeah, Again, we'll see. I think at some point we have to see him, though. I think at some point Cleveland has to start him, and we'll just see. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Is what is his it factor? He's not fast. He's not this uber athletic guy. Doesn't have a big arm. He's got like moderate arm. They say he's accurate. He was accurate in college. I mean, if we look at the list of guys who were the most accurate quarterbacks in college, it's not a list of great NFL players. He doesn't have an it factor, though. Caleb rolls out to his right, slides for about a loss of 1. They kept the clock moving. Dart broke most of Eli's records at Ole Miss, and Shador isn't even the best quarterback to come out of Colorado. That's Cordell Stewart. Look at Celtic Scarecrow. There you go. Travis made Shador look better than he actually is. Yeah. But you know what? People said that Jayden Daniels receivers, Malik Neighbors, made him look better than he actually was, and he's actually pretty damn good, Jayden Daniels. But, yeah, I mean, but I'm telling you, if the guy was talented, teams wouldn't care about the attitude. They wouldn't care about Deion. For Jerry to pass up on Deion Sanders' son, too. Like, I just thought that was going to be, after he dropped a little bit, I was like, all right, the Cowboys are going to draft him. Like, for nostalgia, at least. Because going into the season, I don't know if the Cowboys were sold on Dak going forward. But, I mean, now Dak looks incredible this year. LSU receivers would make me look good at quarterback. Yeah, but I mean, that was the thing is like people were like, oh, it's not Jayden Daniels, it was the LSU receivers. But turns out it kind of was Jayden Daniels at some point and the receivers. 2nd and 12. Caleb pitches this back to DeAndre Swift. He's got positive yardage and another first down, and he is down at the 14. And Washington has no timeouts left. It looks like the Bears could win this game. 58 seconds left. At this point, even with the attacking the elderly thing, the Jets would take Mark Sanchez back. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. For the Raiders to pass on him that many times, it should be the biggest red flag. I mean, look at it. The Raiders passed on him a bunch of times. The Steelers passed on him a bunch of times. I mean, those are two teams that I was like, all right, they're going to take a swing if he's there. And they just kept passing on him. And I was just like, whoa. At some point, I was like, are the Jets going to take him? You know, I was like, I mean, at one point, I was like, all right, well, I mean, you know, we're getting late into the draft here. If he's still there, I mean, take a swing. Why not? Oh, SG is going through it this year because of football. Me too, SG. Me and you we're like in a similar boat, only you have a franchise quarterback. But all my fantasy teams just, I have the rosters. My guys are just either getting hurt or I'm putting them on the bench at the wrong time. I mean, come on. We should put up the Bears belt. Matt West says, should we put up the Bears belt? I mean, they could miss the field goal. It's raining out, and they just had one block. But you're the I mean, you're the keeper of the belts, Matt. You tell me. You are the keeper of the belts. If you feel strongly about it, I will throw it up on screen right now. The clock will continue to run. Bears have one more timeout left. They're going to call it and attempt the field goal. We haven't seen the Bears belt this year, have we? Matt West says I would actually like Shador. Well, yeah, at this point, why not? You know, like I would be, okay, let's put Shador out there. Let's see what he can do. Like, that's what the Browns should do. But I mean, they're doing that with Dylan Gabriel. And Dylan Gabriel is the guy that Kevin Stefanski wanted to draft, by the way. Because if you remember when they drafted Shador, Stefanski was just sitting there like, they were like, weren't they applauding? Like, there was like no emotion. But Stefanski had an opportunity to take Shador whenever he wanted. And he took Dylan Gabriel over him. Here we go. 3 seconds left on the heels of already having a blocked field goal. Jake Moody on 2nd and 12 in the rain. We know Moody has been Moody as a kicker, if you know what I mean. He does not look confident. There's the kick, and he's got it. And that'll be game. That'll be game. Wow, the Chicago Bears all picked the Bears to win. There is the belt. There you go. The Chicago Bears with a 25-24 victory over the Washington Commanders on a fumble by Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Bears are 3-2. Man, I thought Washington was going to pull that off. Bears belt, stupid Bears. Congratulations, Sean and company. Yes, Sean, the Demonverse champion, the great Sean Cantrell, smiles tonight, holding his belt over his shoulder as the Bears secure victory. Well, I will see you guys Thursday night as the Steelers take on the Cincinnati Bengals in what should be, and I don't know what kind of game. But we'll see. Spry Joe is here. Wait, we have a winning record? What is that? Yeah, you do. Look at that. Are we even good yet? We don't know, but you have a winning record, so that's great. Yeah, insanity. Insanity. But I will see you guys Thursday night. Thank you to everybody who joined. Thank you for everybody who donated to the stream. keep an eye out. I will see you Thursday. Did I say Saturday or Thursday? Thursday. Content coming out. Should be before Thursday. Should be Wednesday night. New content. Halloween episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. For Lorraine, for PFA, for Lucas and Astro, for Jake Moody. Why not? Jake Moody, who has gone through it with the San Francisco 49ers. For Caleb Williams, I guess. I am Rich Jodice, the Pro Football Demon, and I will see you guys soon.